The following is a live sports presentation of
8th Region High School Basketball starts now.
Win teams meet in the regular season wrap-up as Collins and North Oldham live tonight in Goshen. Chris LaBar along with Gary Forrest. Both teams have high aspirations here in the postseason looming.
Very much so. You know, it's very seldom do you see a game of this magnitude played this late in the year between inter-regional rivals, but, you know, both teams did it. To remind people, last year it was Collins coming out on head, yet when they got over to the regional semis, North Oldham was able to one-up some.
This Collins team, actually both teams ranked in the top 10 statewide RPI. Collins red hot, 22-4. And you look at their shooting percentages, they shoot the ball very well from the floor.
Yeah, very much so. You know, they're one of few teams that you can say is good on both ends of the floor. They're known for their defense, but in the past, they've been kind of iffy as far as being streak shooters, but they become a much better shooting team. And a lot of that has to do with, Chris, they take the shots they're capable of making, and they stay away from those they aren't.
North Oldham has had the target on their backs for all of this season. Of course, representatives of the 8th region last season in the Sweet 16, and they have not missed a beat.
No, really, you know, I think they're better, and they're better in the fact that their bench is deeper. And that's what we've seen. Haven't seen them quite a few times this year. They go 8, maybe 9 deep, and those kids feel like they're expected to play, and they step right in and do that.
North winners of 10 in succession. They haven't lost since December 30th at a very good Lexington Catholic team, and North Oldham also on the plus 50 ledger from the floor, Gary.
Well, very much so. Once again, they take shots they're capable of making, and quite frankly, they make a lot of threes as well.
Mustangs, we think, will be without Jack Scales. He's missed the last 10 games with a shoulder injury. He may or may not. He's on the fence. But long story short, his progress is on the uptick, and we expect him back at some point this season.
Well, I think so. And, you know, if there was a plus from an injury, it's the fact that Jack Fisher has stepped right in, averaging right at 9 points a game, understands how the game is meant to be played. He can play both the 1 or the 2 at the guard position, and that gives them some flexibility that allows them to take Dallas Roberts and take him off the ball sometimes where he doesn't have to wear himself out, handling the ball, setting up the plays, and then shooting as maybe the third option.
This doubleheader, the girls' game, will tip on the backside of the conclusion of the boys. That tipping around 7:30. Up next, Chris Gaither in his 12th season of Collins High School basketball coach. He'll chat with our Gary Forrest when we come back on Glycott.
Car's been damaged. Regardless of make or model, visit the experts at Roy's Body Shop. Roy's is locally owned and operated with free towing and lifetime warranty on all collision repairs. Plus, they provide deductible savings for every insurance claim. Open weekdays 9 to 5 at 2604 Highway 146 in LaGrange. Give them a call at 502-222-0948 or online at roysbodyshop.com. Roy's Body Shop. Collision repair for the people.
Winter is coming. The Farmer's Almanac is predicting a rough winter with teeth-chattering cold. Don't be caught unprepared. Call Thompson Heating and Cooling today for a special $99 HVAC checkup. Because the last time you want to find out your heat isn't working is when you really need it. At Thompson, we offer a 2-hour appointment window, so you won't be kept waiting all day. We are fully stocked and prepared, and 90% of our calls are repaired that day. And as always, your satisfaction is guaranteed. Call us today for express service.
Broken, outdated electronics harm the environment when disposed with regular trash. That's why Oldham County Solid Waste is sponsoring an electronics collection event on Saturday, April 15th, 2023 from 9 a.m. to noon at Oldham County High School student parking lot. It's the perfect time to properly dispose of tube and projection style televisions, computers, smartphones, or other gadgets that you may no longer need. No restrictions on devices, every bit helps. A message from Oldham County Solid Waste.
For your surprisingly great rates, contact your local State Farm agent today.
If you want the real deal, call State Farm agent Leslie Gilly in Crestwood today.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
A lot goes into taking care of your property. You need equipment with more durability, versatility, and #1 rated reliability built in, like Kubota compact tractors that can do it all right, Z-Series mowers that deliver a quality cut, and the Sidekick utility vehicle built for hard work and fun at 40 miles per hour. Kubota equipment lives up to the highest standards. Yours. Visit your local dealer today.
This edition of Coach's Comments is brought to you by Anderson Sales and Service in Crestwood, making your life easier with quality products and quality service.
This is Gary Forrest coming to you live from North Oldham High School, where tonight, 8th Region Boys Basketball. I'm here with Coach Chris Gaither from the Collins Titans, where tonight his team takes on the North Oldham Mustangs. Coach, many people argue maybe the top 3 teams in the region last week. Great game to play.
It is. Typically, North Oldham has struggled to get out of the district, and so this has always been late last week of the season schedule, but North Oldham under Coach Levitz has always been a regional contender, and so typically you may want to play this game 2 weeks earlier and not have to turn around and play each other in 2 weeks if that's the case. But it's a good tune-up game. You look at both of our schedules. I think they've got St. X on Friday. We've gone through the private school gauntlet with St. X and Trinity last week, and then we got Cal on Friday. We both have played pretty tough schedules, and we end on a pretty tough note. And so this game, probably the highlight of the region this week, and be a tough matchup. They're a really good team. They're solid, well coached, veteran guards who know how to handle the pressure, and then obviously their interior is the best in the region.
Keys for you to be successful tonight, Coach?
Big key is rebounding. Their bigs are active. They rebound well. They control the paint. So a big part of us is being able to be physical early and bothering where those guys catch it, but not letting them get offensive rebounds. I think Luke Anderson killed us last year in the second half with some offensive rebounds in the regional tournament. And so those two guys are definitely big keys for us. And then David, just controlling his creative ability. We want to make him shoot tough shots, but not be able to get a high number of assists.
You've heard it from Coach Chris Gaither, where tonight his Collins Titans take on the host, the North Oldham Mustangs. This is Glycod.com Sports.
Range Service Center is a professional automotive service center that aims to provide the highest level of customer satisfaction. Their team is dedicated to performing honest and ethical work. Their experienced technicians make affordably priced immediate and scheduled repairs. Plus, they offer 24-hour emergency roadside assistance and much more. Located at 409 West Jefferson Street, or call 502-222-1673. LaGrange Service Center.
Founded in 1910 in the Ohio Valley region, German American Bank has been raising the standards in banking, insurance, investments, and wealth management for over a century. We're big enough to provide the conveniences of modern banking, yet small enough to care about the people and communities we serve. Because we believe that when a community thrives, its people prosper. Strengthening our community since 1910. German American Bank.
Looking for sound, prudent financial advice? Did you know that one of the brightest and best financial advisors is in your own backyard? Robin Lawson of Financial Solutions Incorporated has a mission to understand your long-term goals and to create a specific strategy just for you. Robin understands the challenges that face most of us today and offers fresh, out-of-the-box thinking that could put you on the road to financial freedom. Contact Robin Lawson today at 502-225-9900. That's 502-225-9900, or visit lawsonfinancial.net.
Welcome to WDRB Home Design here at Watts Home Center. We're talking paint colors today. Tommy, what are the hottest colors this season?
The hottest colors are gray. Grays are trending. You also have taupes, off-white. Benjamin Moore has over 4,000 colors, so we can find something that you like.
So if I wanted to color match my shirt, you could do it?
I can do it. We take our little color spectrometer here. We'll take a picture of your shirt, tells us what color it is. We have true color lighting, so it helps us get the true color to match your color.
Do you have any tips for us to ensure a successful paint job?
The best tip I can give you is use the proper tools. You want to use a good paintbrush, you want to use a good roller. People always grab a roller frame, they just want to roll a wall. Grab a pole, whether it be an expensive good one, an inexpensive wooden one. It makes the job go so much easier when you're rolling that wall out.
The team at Watts Home Center can answer all your painting questions, so come on out to their location here in LaGrange. I'm Lindsay Cox for WDRB Home Design.
You're watching Roy's Body Shop 8th Region High School Basketball from Glycod.
Welcome back to Goshen. Tuesday night high school basketball. Happy Valentine's Day, by the way. Chris LeBar along with Gary Forrest. The timing of this matchup, really, these two teams, as Chris Gaither mentioned, could play again in a couple of weeks.
Well, very much so. But, you know, one of the things you want to do, and sometimes it's beyond your ability to schedule, is you want to play good, solid teams the last week of the season. And both of these schools are going to get that this week.
Let's do real quick, a little cleanup. Quentin Simmons is their second leading scorer. We found out as we got here he's unavailable tonight with an injury.
Yeah, unfortunately, he turned an ankle last night just going through walkthroughs, and those things happen, and he won't play tonight. He probably won't turn around and play this weekend either, and they'll save him to get ready for the district tournament next week.
Simmons, the 6'1 senior there. You see his totals. This Collins team, they've only got a couple of 8th region losses in the regular season. The irony is they're number 1 in the RPI, but they'll be the 4th seed in their district tournament.
Well, you know, they lose a game that no one saw coming, and you know, every team has one of those a year, and they had one this year when they went up to Anderson and got beat by 3 points on a very average Anderson County team.
2 possession game, both lost at Anderson and then at Woodford most recently. Those two teams inside their own district, meaning they're the 4 seed in next week's 30th district tournament. It's Collins and North Oldham. Should be a great matchup. Gary Forrest will check in with David Levitch, head coach of the Mustangs. Those comments on the way from Glycod.com.
Car's been damaged. Regardless of make or model, visit the experts at Roy's Body Shop. Roy's is locally owned and operated with free towing and lifetime warranty on all collision repairs. Plus, they provide deductible savings for every insurance claim. Open weekdays 9 to 5 at 2604 Highway 146 in LaGrange. Give them a call at 502-222-0948 or online at roysbodyshop.com. Roy's Body Shop. Collision repair for the people.
Only your locally owned Cub Cadet dealer has genuine parts, accessories, trained service technicians, and the widest selection of innovative Cub Cadet products. We're here for you whenever you need us, with expert service and support to keep your equipment running at peak performance for years to come. Visit your locally owned power equipment dealer, Anderson Sales and Service in Madison, Crestwood, and our newest location at 1675 Watterson Trail in Louisville.
For dependable, friendly heating, cooling, electric, and plumbing service, it's Kinzer & Kinzer at 200 East Jefferson Street in LaGrange. Locally owned and operated since 1983. Call 502-222-0497.
Broken, outdated electronics harm the environment when disposed with regular trash. That's why Oldham County Solid Waste is sponsoring an electronics collection event on Saturday, April 15th, 2023 from 9 a.m. to noon at Oldham County High School student parking lot. It's the perfect time to properly dispose of tube and projection style televisions, computers, smartphones, or other gadgets that you may no longer need. No restrictions on devices, every bit helps. A message from Oldham County Solid Waste.
You're watching Roy's Body Shop 8th Region High School Basketball from Glycod.
Gary Forrest coming to you live from North Oldham High School, where tonight 8th Region boys basketball at its best. Maybe the two best teams in the 8th Region take on one another. It's the host North Oldham Mustangs versus the Titans from Shelby County. I'm here with Coach Dave Levitz. Coach, we just talked a little bit about this. You're playing a really quality team. A lot of people like to play them that last week and get yourselves ready. Other people will argue, yeah, but it's the other team that maybe could win this thing.
Yeah, last year we played them at a similar time too. We've actually played a lot of region teams in the last 2 weeks. We played at Grant County, then we played at Spencer County, so now we're playing Collins. So yeah, I like it kind of. Like I said before we got on here, everybody has film on everybody at this point. Nobody's really going to try to reinvent the wheel. I guess if we played them again, there might be a few adjustments for each team. But, they're a really good basketball team. They're really well coached, and I'm looking forward to the challenge going into districts next week.
Dave, what about your team? I always ask this question, are you healthy? I know Scales has been out for a while. As we get down to the end, your team in good shape?
Yeah, everybody's good. Scales should be back by next week. He's been doing non-contact stuff for the last week, but he should be able. I'm being positive. I think for the most part, what I've heard, he should be able to go by next week. So he'll start doing some contact stuff, but he's the only one still. So yeah, everybody else is good. Everybody's doing well.
Keys for you guys tonight in this game against Collins?
Well, one, we got to take care of the ball. They're a really good defensive team. I mean, I'm sure you've seen their scores. I think they've held 12 people under 50 or something like that this year. They're very good. They're very aggressive defensive team, that they're very organized, if that makes sense. They're really good at running and jumping and rotating, so we're going to take care of the ball. We do have a huge size advantage, as most games we do around in the 8th region, so we're going to have to dominate the paint, like I say most times. Luke and Ian have been very good lately, and then kind of just continue to what we've been doing. We've been playing good offense and good defense and adjusting the what I throw at them. We're going man or 2-3, so that just continue to be us.
Well, Coach, as we watch you continue to improve throughout the year, and that's what every coach wants, and particularly this time of the year.
Yeah, 100%. Last year we did make the state tournament, but we limped into the region tournament. We lost like 5 out of our last 6 games last year going to the region tournament. Obviously, we got it together in regions, but we're a lot better. We have the same players. We're a lot more mature team this year. We've handled a lot of situations a lot better this year. We won a lot of games this year that we probably would not have won last year, but that comes with age and maturity with guys. So, yeah, no, I'm really looking forward to this last 2 games and then going into districts and region. I'm really happy with where we're at, but knowing it's a very tough region, we're going to have to play 3 great games when we get to Henry County.
You heard it from Coach Dave Levitz, where tonight his North Oldham Mustangs play host to the Titans, the Collins Titans of Shelbyville. This is Glycod.com Sports.
Founded in 1910 in the Ohio Valley region, German American Bank has been raising the standards in banking, insurance, investments, and wealth management for over a century. We're big enough to provide the conveniences of modern banking, yet small enough to care about the people and communities we serve. Because we believe that when a community thrives, its people prosper. Strengthening our community since 1910. German American Bank.
LaGrange Service Center is a professional automotive service center that aims to provide the highest level of customer satisfaction. Their team is dedicated to performing honest and ethical work. Their experienced technicians make affordably priced immediate and scheduled repairs. Plus, they offer 24-hour emergency roadside assistance and much more. Located at 409 West Jefferson Street, or call 502-222-1673. LaGrange Service Center.
Research has shown high school sports to be a great community influence. Join scores of local businesses that have partnered with Glycod in sponsoring live, hometown-oriented sports programming on our video and social media platforms. For more information, email info@glycod.com.
For your surprisingly great rates, contact your local State Farm agent today.
If you want the real deal, call State Farm agent Leslie Gilly in Crestwood today.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
You're watching Roy's Body Shop 8th Region High School Basketball from Glycod.
Chris LeBarn, Gary Forrest back live in Goshen, the Collins Titans and the North Oldham Mustangs. And Gary, here you talk, Coach Levitch talk about the size, and really that's an advantage, a built-in advantage for this North Oldham team.
Well, you're going to say that almost every game they play, Chris, because not too many people have, 6'8", 6'6", 6'7" kids, and one of their subs off the bench is a solid 6'5", so they're always going to have that advantage.
This North Oldham team, we talked about this remark during the South Oldham blasting, how good and how great they've become in the half court, and that lends itself to success in the state tournament.
It does. Having played in the state tournament last year, it also is a precursor. Teams that have success in the state tournament obviously are going to be talented teams, but they're going to be repeat teams in many cases, because as we'll see this year, as every year, teams that are there for the first time or the first time in a long time, they're almost happy just to be there. And that sort of clouds things a little bit. So I think they're playing with a mission and have been this entire season.
The confidence they have is so overwhelming. How would you quantify their improvement from this time last year?
Probably another 30%. And one of the things, ironically, that's helped them has been injuries. With Jack Scales being injured, that's forced them to alter their lineup a little bit, alter their rotation. Usually a coach will be really happy if he has 8 kids as you go into tournament play you can count on. And I think in doing so, we saw that the Oldham County game, the South Oldham game, it was guys coming off the bench that gave them quality minutes.
We've talked so much about Dallas Roberts, rightfully so, only 31 points shy of being the all-time leading scorer for either the boys or the girls, and the bigs with Anderson and Higdon. Haven't talked about Grant Neal and how good he is, the weapon he's become, 8 points a game, but has the ability to get 20.
Well, he's a young kid that doesn't play like a young kid. And there's enough, confidence. Some people would say cockiness, but I just like to say he's a confident basketball player. I don't think he's seen a shot he doesn't think he can make. And, usually you have to kind of go through baptismal by age, and we saw that last year when he started getting quality minutes on the varsity. It didn't bother him to take a big shot.
So North Oldham at 21-5, school record in wins. They've won 20 now in 3 seasons, 2 of the last 3, so 21-5. Collins 22-4 and led by Kenyon Gooden, and he averaged 20 points, 7 rebounds. But his ability on the football field, Gary, he's off to Army next year. Really a Mr. Football type candidate if he played at any other school.
Well, I think so, and Chris, vice versa. He's a kid going to Army. Army doesn't take just average kids. They'll take good athletes, but they're going to take an excellent person, and that's what you get with him. I have the pleasure of knowing his dad, and he was that type of person. He was in coaching for a long time. Now he's in administration in Jefferson County, and just a quality kid.
Two Goodens, Kenyon and his younger brother, an 8th grader, Cade Gooden at 5 points. So you look at that lineage in this Collins program, so well coached by Chris Gaither, but they appear to be in very good hands. Talent looming in the pipeline.
Chris, it's almost like you took a crystal ball on both these two teams and you go down the list of check marks. Well coached, play a very challenging schedule. Defense is important as offense. They're a very balanced teams. Collins maybe a little bit off tonight because they've got a kid hurt. Well, people will say, well, so does North, but North has had a couple of weeks to maybe get used to this. For Collins, just had one turn an ankle yesterday, and according to Coach Gaither, he might have been playing the best ball for him.
Well, you talk about both these coaches, and I think there's some similarities. Chris Gaither in year 12, it took him a little bit to get his team out of the region, and same for David Levitch. It took David 4 years. So these guys, not to say they had some growing pains early, but it did take them a while to get some momentum behind them.
Very much so. So you can draw all those parallels. And what I think it results in, I think we're going to see a really good game.
We sure should. Collins and North Oldham, great to have you here tonight for high school basketball on Glycod.com. Again, the girls will tip off in the neighborhood of 7:30. Lineups and tip from Goshen when we come back on Glycod.
Welcome to WDRB Home Design here at Watts Home Center. We're talking paint colors today. Tommy, what are the hottest colors this season?
The hottest colors are gray. Grays are trending. You also have taupes, off-white. Benjamin Moore has over 4,000 colors, so we can find something that you like.
So if I wanted to color match my shirt, you could do it?
I can do it. We take our little color spectrometer here. It will take a picture of your shirt, tells us what color it is. We have true color lighting, so it helps us get the true color to match your color.
Do you have any tips for us to ensure a successful paint job?
The best tip I can give you is use the proper tools. You want to use a good paintbrush, you want to use a good roller. People always grab a roller frame, they just want to roll a wall, grab a pole, whether it be an expensive good one, inexpensive wooden one. It makes the job go so much easier when you're rolling that wall out.
The team at Watts Home Center can answer all your painting questions, so come on out to their location here in LaGrange. I'm Lindsay Cox for WDRB Home Design.
If your car's been damaged, regardless of make or model, visit the experts at Roy's Body Shop. Roy's is locally owned and operated with free towing and lifetime warranty on all collision repairs. Plus, they provide deductible savings for every insurance claim. Open weekdays 9 to 5 at 2604 Highway 146 in LaGrange. Give them a call at 502-222-0948 or online at roysbodyshop.com. Roy's Body Shop. Collision repair for the people.
From Glycod, it's Roy's Body Shop 8th Region High School Basketball. Roy's Body Shop in LaGrange. Collision repair for the people. Tonight's game is also brought to you by Anderson Sales and Service in Crestwood, making your life easier with quality products and quality service. Watts Home Center, design that feels like home. Thompson Heating and Cooling, making people comfortable. LaGrange Service Center, quality car care since 1964. State Farm Insurance Agent Leslie Gilley. And by Mortensen Family Dental. Now courtside for all the action from Glycod on Roy's Body Shop 8th Region High School Basketball.
A lot goes into taking care of your property. You need equipment with more durability, versatility, and #1 rated reliability built in, like Kubota compact tractors that can do it all right, Z-Series mowers that deliver a quality cut, and the Sidekick utility vehicle built for hard work and fun at 40 miles per hour. Kubota equipment lives up to the highest standards. Yours. Visit your local dealer today.
You're watching Roy's Body Shop 8th Region High School Basketball from Glycod.
Back live in Goshen, it's time for the starting lineups presented by State Farm Insurance Agent Leslie Gilley of Crestwood. A little tweak for Collins as Quentin Simmons will not start. Insert Cade Gooden, the 8th grader. There you see both Goodens along with Ledford, Harbin, and big Isaiah Cochran, the 6'6 sophomore. He averages 12 points and 5 boards. Now for the North Oldham Mustangs, pretty much a standard 5. Roberts, Neal, Fisher, Anderson, and Higdon. Anderson, Gary, 73% field goal shooter.
Well, a little deceiving. He gets his inside, but like I used to tell everybody, fine, then you go in there and shoot that close.
You've got Higdon averaging 11 points and 9 boards. And, of course, Dallas Roberts, goodness gracious, what hasn't he done in his career? Another feat, he's got 68 made threes. That is tied for first in the 8th region along with Gallatin County's Kellen Dossett. Well, what do you look for here early, Coach?
Well, you know, I really looked at the first quarter for both teams to kind of just feel one another out, usually the way two heavyweights will do. one of the things is how's Collins going to play with a last-second subtraction of Simmons and an addition of a player that usually comes off the bench.
So the Titans 22-4, North Oldham in at 21-5. Both teams will wrap up their regular seasons on Friday. Collins on the road at Christian Academy, and North Oldham will host St. X. St. X also in the county tonight. They're playing at Oldham, and of course we will update that score throughout the evening on our ticker as we get set for live high school basketball here in the 8th. In an unusual setting, normally you've got the girls tipping in the same school doubleheader.
Well, very much so. A lot of schools will like to rotate some just to keep everybody happy. If there is a downside, sometimes the word doesn't get out, and looks like the North Oldham student body is a little slow getting in tonight, so we'll have to see as they drift in for the rest of the night's games.
Well, a lot of folks may want to stay in and watch it at home. We'll see
go.
On the big screen as Collins and North Oldham, of course, this series dating back several years with the Titans having the upper hand and North Oldham winning the last matchup in last season's 8th region semis. And again, the Mustangs went on to the state quarterfinals. First time ever they've advanced to the state tournament.
Head official tonight throwing the ball up, Jonathan Miles. Other two, they're new, and I don't know them.
So many new faces that we've run across this season in the officiating corps. And Ledford, he's going to press Roberts up top. Higdons will swirl it to Neal, and Neal in for three.
Well, we talked about his shooting prowess before the game, and right off the mark.
Gooden up top for Collins. And it's nearly deflected in backcourt as Isaiah Cochran, the big, able to retrieve it. Now Gooden piercing baseline, and it's going to trickle off as Neal out with it for North. There's a three up top. That's long from Neal. So he's one for his first two as Collins digs at the rebound. Harbin up top. And Gooden, the 8th grader, poised to restart this Collins offense. That's Cochran spinning in the lane, and a lot of size there to deny.
Collins very patient, Chris. They won't get in a hurry.
Cochran in from tight, and a rebound lassoed by Higdon. Is North on a Grant Neal three, up by that same margin, nearly 2 minutes elapsed. Roberts setting his sights on a three. And Neal with a rebound. Higdon in for two. So Neal a made three and an assist, and North by 5.
North Oldham straight man-to-man right now.
Gooden veering baseline. And that's what he does so well, creating his own lane.
A very confident shooter.
Roberts woven to Fisher, and he really, Gary's taking advantage of that new starting spot.
Yeah, he really has. They haven't missed a lot.
There's Anderson in attack mode, and a whistle, and the game's first foul on Isaiah Cochran.
Kind of a late call. I don't disagree with it, but I thought he got him going up, and like I say, it was just a little hesitant on the officials' behalf.
2 free throws looming for Anderson, 68% foul shooter. You see the replay of the strong take by Anderson. Darius Evans is on for Collins, 5'11 junior. He'll wear number 23. And North by 4, nearing the 5-minute mark of this quarter. Cochran trying to take advantage of Higdon away from the basket. Through contact is Gooden, and it's poked out by Anderson into Fisher's mitts. Fisher, great find, and Neal kisses it in. A lot of help facing Ledford. And Collins to the foul line. Foul on Roberts as Kia Ledford. South Oldham transfer in year 2 at Collins. We'll have a pair. Collins coming in with a loss recently to Trinity last weekend by 2. That negated a 4-game winning string. So 8-4 North. And an unforced turnover.
Yeah, Roberts, kind of the proverbial no-no, throwing the ball across his body from mid-court to the corner, led his teammate just a little too much.
Now Gooden will set up shop and find Ledford, top of the key. Higdon being very strong opposite Cochran. Gooden shuffles in the lane, right under and through Cochran.
Well, it was a wicked shot right between his legs. Had him open, had him where he wanted him, just short hopped him.
The turnover will enable Collins to pick up full court. And now Neal awaits the double team and trickled in backcourt, swiped away. That's Evans for 2.
Great job of trapping the guards out front. 2-2-1 press now on the made buckets for Collins.
Darius Evans with his first field goal, and North a little sloppy here in the start. Here comes Fisher, the stabilizer in the middle of the floor.
Ian Higdon awful quiet so far.
As Roberts high left. Fisher, a heave in long. And Gooden running the break. That's off from Cole Harbin. And the rebound secured by Fisher, who has been very aggressive early. Now Neal through contact into the midst of Anderson and a foul. Anderson to the foul line for 2.
I think Neal may have a contact problem. Got whacked in the face when he took that jumper.
So Anderson 1 of 2 from the foul line thus far. And that'll certainly be a piece of his game that will be very important as we creep near March with the postseason right around the bend. Yeah, North Oldham shoots 68% from the foul line.
You know, you made added to it earlier how if there's the Achilles, he doesn't shoot free throws well.
68% and an 8-6 North Oldham lead. Collins with 4 in succession. Now Neal on the defensive end. He's going to watch Harbin's shot trickle off. And there's the very athletic Cochran with it up top.
This is more their pace, Chris. They'll take it and play half-court basketball with you.
Gooden at the foul line, rifles it in the corner. Cochran from the baseline, and he'll steer it long, and Fisher, another North snag.
There's the benefits of having the big guard such as Fisher.
And Roberts Around the bend to Higdon. Nice release. There's Anderson. Great find from Roberts.
A little pick and roll on the side. You got a mismatch, and Anderson at 6'8" was able to put that one in on the bucket.
Mustangs by 4 as we slide under 140 in his opening quarter. It'll be Cochran. And Anderson with a rebound. Neal thought he was going to trigger a 3 there. Roberts will. Got it! Roberts' 69th 3 of the year, and now North with a 7-point first quarter lead. Gooden trying to create some space, and a hand check foul on the floor will be on Neal.
I think Neal's still suffering the effects. He's still rubbing that right eye.
Ryan Howard will check in for Neal for North. Howard, a 6'3 junior, one of those valuable subs off the bench.
Yep. As the year's going on, Howard has seen his minutes increase. He's given them that extra man in their rotation.
Howard averaging 5. As Gooden will operate up top against Higdon. Now Cade Gooden from the elbow steers it in. Not a lot of loft on that shot, but we've got a Collins foul in backcourt. What kind of pace does Collins want in this game?
Well, I think we're seeing that right now. This is the pace they want. You know, North would rather make it a more of an up-tempo game. Collins is content. If you don't have a wide-open break, run it on a half court. They're more pattern offense.
20 seconds now in the quarter.
But I think they're also missing the one player, which really hurts them on the offensive end.
Strong take by Fisher, and Anderson cleans it up.
And Anderson might have got a little bit of a break there as he went over the defender, who didn't do a very good job boxing out, obviously.
North Oldham by 7 after 1. Be right back on Glycod.
Outdated electronics harm the environment when disposed with regular trash. That's why Oldham County Solid Waste is sponsoring an electronics collection event on Saturday, April 15th, 2023 from 9 a.m. to noon at Oldham County High School's student parking lot. It's the perfect time to properly dispose of tube and projection style televisions, computers, smartphones, or other gadgets that you may no longer need. No restrictions on devices, every bit helps. A message from Oldham County Solid Waste.
You're watching Roy's Body Shop 8th Region High School Basketball from Glycod.
North Oldham by 7 as we welcome you back to Goshen. Luke Anderson, 5. Grant Neal also with 5 for the Mustangs.
Well, the big difference right now is rebounds. 9 rebounds for the much taller Mustangs and only 3 for the athletic, yet shorter Collins bunch.
There you see a baseline shot off the mark is in North Oldham. That enabled the Mustangs to press and get that tempo moving as they've been so strong on the glass. There you see the foul in pursuit of the Anderson rebound, but it's a 5-point. Check that, a 7-point North lead. Start quarter 2.
Well, as well, unfortunately for the Titans, only 2 for 8 from the field.
Cade Gooden will arc it in the far corner, and Gooden cutting, and he'll be fouled by Anderson. Third team Mustang foul, and 2 free throws coming up for Gooden.
You know, I'll echo it once again. Quiet so far for Ian Higdon. But he's shown that he can score and rebound in bunches.
You forget about Higgins' success, over 1,000 career points. He has been a force in this Mustang basketball program since his freshman season.
By making the free throws, Collins able to press 2-2-1 on the full court.
As Fisher will send it over to Roberts, and here's Roberts applying the break. And Cade Gooden, the 8th grader, having a difficult time staying in front of Roberts. Fisher inside the line. And Anderson, all that length with a rebound and drawing a foul on Evans.
Well, that's twice Anderson has been able to reach over the defender and get the rebound. In this case, fouled last time, a putback.
So Anderson making a living at the foul line. He's 1 of 4. He'll have 2 more. We talked about North Oldham as a group, 68%. Where would you like to see them with postseason around the corner?
Well, you know, all coaches will tell you 75% or more, and if you're 80%, you're a really good team. Those numbers can be inflated a lot of times if the guys getting fouled are your good shooters.
Collins says the group 74%.
Seemed like a lot of times my team's the guy that got fouled was always our worst shooter.
Anderson now with 7. And North Oldham by the same margin. Cole Harbin will arc it to Gooden. And perhaps Higdon's value tonight more so on the defensive end, trying to check Gooden.
Well, I think so.
Ripped away. That's Miles Gay that comes out with it for North Oldham. And Roberts spinning at top of the key. Fisher veering left and a hand check foul. 5th team Collins personal. You see the confidence in Fisher as he'll check out. And Grant Neal back in. And Collins will take 30-second timeout. North basketball when we come back on Glycod.
Outdated electronics harm the environment when disposed with regular trash. That's why Oldham County Solid Waste is sponsoring an electronics collection event on Saturday, April 15th, 2023 from 9 a.m. to noon at Oldham County High School student parking lot. It's the perfect time to properly dispose of tube and projection style televisions, computers, smartphones, or other gadgets that you may no longer need. No restrictions on devices, every bit helps. A message from Oldham County Solid Waste.
You're watching Roy's Body Shop 8th Region High School Basketball from Glycod.
Glycod's Tournament Central is back. All the postseason basketball starting next Monday. Over 40 district, regional, and state tournament games. Check out our website for more. Mustangs in the lane, and Roberts has it horseshoe out, and it will stay with North. Dead ball rebounds, very critical here for North Oldham.
Well, right now, 10-3 in favor of the Mustangs.
Roberts dancing right. Nice basket. There's an art to that shot off the backboard, and North now by 9. Their longest lead. As Ledford. You get the sense that Collins, especially without Simmons, their offensive menu is rather sparse.
I think they're really limited. I think they have a player and a half that they can count on scoring.
There's Cochran up top. Gooden. Right in the belly of Howard. And there's Gay with a rebound as the Mustangs starting to flex a little muscle, looking for a double-figure first-half lead. Roberts trying to attack Ledford, in and out. And that time Higdon whistled for over the top.
Yep.
So North will swap Biggs Anderson for Higdon. That's the beauty of having two of them.
Yeah, quite the luxury. Let's go 6'8", 6'7".
And Collins trying to slice into this 9-point deficit. They trailed by 7 after 1. As Gooden, a deep three. Gooden with 7 of the Titans' 13.
2-2-1 full court press. Turned them over the first time. Since then, North has been able to negotiate through.
Roberts and Anderson collide on that pass from Neal, and it's coughed up.
And as soon as
and Gooden just plowed right through a North Oldham player. I believe that was Neal. No, excuse me, Howard.
Well, that's what you like to see, kids that come in off the bench contributing in a variety of ways, and there's a sub coming in who takes a charge and basically denies a Collins basket.
I think they actually just called that a turnover out of bounds, so no foul. Whistled as Roberts went out of Gay. Nudged to Anderson. Salivating short. And Cochran. 2-possession Titan deficit. That's Cochran initiating contact with a nudge in the lane, and he'll have a couple of free throws.
Chris, Cochran really emphasis on the jump stop. He's trying every time he gets the ball to get either of the two big ones from North and get up in the air. And they've showed pretty good patience staying down.
Cochran off the mark. 12.5 rebound performance as a senior, rather as a sophomore, I beg your pardon. His first point, and North by 5. Roberts right through the double team, and Cochran pokes it away. There's Cochran in for 2. We're going to have a North Oldham timeout. 30-second Mustang timeout as Collins on a little bit of a run. We'll be right back after this.
Outdated electronics harm the environment when disposed with regular trash. That's why Oldham County Solid Waste is sponsoring an electronics collection event on Saturday, April 15th, 2023 from 9 a.m. to noon at Oldham County High School student parking lot. It's the perfect time to properly dispose of tube and projection style televisions, computers, smartphones, or other gadgets that you may no longer need. No restrictions on devices, every bit helps. A message from Oldham County Solid Waste.
You're watching Roy's Body Shop 8th Region High School Basketball from Glycod.
Collins with 6 straight, doing it off a live ball turnover.
Well, it's the way we would have drawn it up before the game. You know, Collins will try to generate points through their defense as well, and quite frankly, that's what they've done, particularly in this quarter.
3-point North Oldham lead.
Collins switches full court man-to-man now.
That's Fisher arcing it short from the baseline. And a held ball arrow in favor of Collins. Oh, excuse me, in favor of North Oldham. So Fisher to arc it in underneath for North. Roberts in for his second 3. Dallas now with 8, leading scorer in the game. Gooden Rebound secured by Anderson. Anderson going to throw right through the Collins defense for an uncharacteristic turnover. Not the crispest of halves for North.
Well, anytime you have big men out on the floor handling the ball, they're subjects to turnovers happening, and I think you can attribute a couple of their turnovers to that.
Harbin on the handle for the Titans. Now Cochran working opposite Anderson. Great cut, and Gooden will put it in.
Excellent pass.
Kenyon Gooden with 9. And Collins, once down by 9, has it reduced to 4. Roberts trying to add to that. Higdon has it pinball out of bounds, and it will belong to Collins. Well, touched last by Higdon. As Ryan Howard back on the floor for North, wiping those sneakers at the top of your screen for North.
They'll give Roberts a break, so he's rotated through his 8-man rotation right now.
Thrown back in play, and that's going to be a turnover on the baseline was Cochran. Coming up at halftime, we'll check in with one of our sponsors here on Glycod.com. Rebecca Zockling of Oldham County Solid Waste will join us to talk about a great new recycling product. We'll also update you on other action around the 8th region tonight. Lots going on here. Final week of the regular season in Kentucky. Entry to the aggressive and physical Higdon. You could see he wanted the ball down deep. Second foul, make that the 3rd on Harbin, team 7th.
Well, that can't help Shelby for the simple fact they have a limited bench with, the injury to Simmons. So
Mustangs have missed 4 first-half free throws. It's Chris Gaither, left-hand portion of your screen, conversing with one of the officials. Chris so well respected in the 8th. And Higdon now with 3 points and a 5-point North Oldham lead. This game being played at a moderate pace.
I think you're being kind, Chris.
Rifled underneath, blocked from the weak side by Anderson.
Well, that's a great defensive play that makes the guy think the next time he goes in there.
Judd will have it now pitched in the lane. Higdon up and off from the doorstep. And oh my, they're going to call Higdon back at the other end for a block. Sixth team foul. See if we get another look at Higdon. Looked like he might have been set.
I think he was so deep underneath it, the official ruled that if it's going to be anything, it was going to be a block.
Okay, Gooden will flip it to the left over to Isaiah Cochran. Gooden carving space. And North Oldham with chump change left in the half leads by 3.
2-2-1, still on the half, still trapping out front.
Anderson lofts it up. And that's going to conclude the first half. A North Oldham lead of 23-20. Both teams in their respective locker rooms. We'll be right back on Glycod.
Only your locally owned Cub Cadet dealer has genuine parts, accessories, trained service technicians, and the widest selection of innovative Cub Cadet products. We're here for you whenever you need us, with expert service and support to keep your equipment running at peak performance for years to come. Visit your locally owned power equipment dealer, Anderson Sales and Service in Madison, Crestwood, and our newest location at 1675 Watterson Trail in Louisville.
If your car's been damaged, regardless of make or model, visit the experts at Roy's Body Shop. Roy's is locally owned and operated with free towing and lifetime warranty on all collision repairs. Plus, they provide deductible savings for every insurance claim. Open weekdays 9 to 5 at 2604 Highway 146 in LaGrange. Give them a call at 502-222-0948 or online at roysbodyshop.com. Roy's Body Shop. Collision repair for the people. Glycod on YouTube is Kentuckiana's fastest growing high school sports video site. When you click to subscribe, don't forget to tap the bell and be notified of our upcoming live broadcasts and other unique video content. Subscribe for free now at youtube.com/Glycod.
Founded in 1910 in the Ohio Valley region, German American Bank has been raising the standards in banking, insurance, investments, and wealth management for over a century. We're big enough to provide the conveniences of modern banking, yet small enough to care about the people and communities we serve. Because we believe that when a community thrives, its people prosper. Strengthening our community since 1910. German American Bank.
LaGrange Service Center is a professional automotive service center that aims to provide the highest level of customer satisfaction. Their team is dedicated to performing honest and ethical work. Their experienced technicians make affordably priced immediate and scheduled repairs. Plus, they offer 24-hour emergency roadside assistance and much more. Located at 409 West Jefferson Street or call 502-222-1673. LaGrange Service Center.
Tonight's halftime report is brought to you by LaGrange Service Center, a family-owned car repair shop that also offers 24/7 towing and roadside assistance. Located at 409 West Jefferson Street, celebrating their 58th year in business.
Halftime in Goshen, North Oldham in a low-scoring affair leads Collins 23-20. I'm Chris Labar along with one of our great partners here on Glycod.com. Tonight we're chatting with Rebecca Zocklein of Oldham County Solid Waste, and I appreciate you stopping by. It's good to see you.
Thank you, Chris. It's an honor to be here.
You've got so many great things going on in Oldham County, especially the Waste Wizard program. Just talk more about that.
Well, we've implemented a new app on our website that allows people to plug in any item they're trying to get rid of, whether it's a TV or their paint or Granny's old files or whatever. You can plug it into our app and it'll tell you where to take it, how to get rid of it.
The electronic collections event in April, and I know that's a big deal in the county.
This will be the first time we've had an e-scrap event since I think 2011. It's been quite a while, and even though we collect electronics year-round, we are still not able to take care of those big tube-style TVs and projection-style TVs. So we're really targeting those electronics to get rid of them and keep them out of the landfill. Right now they're too big and bulky and expensive for us to do it on our county budget, so we have a special grant to get rid of them through this electronics collection event coming up April 15th, and it's at Oldham County High School student parking lot right across from Jones Drive.
From 9 a.m. to noon, and in one of our conversations, I was very surprised because these big, bulky TVs, they're still out there.
I think everybody has one somewhere in their attic or their garage or their basement. They just become part of the background. People they forget they're there.
Let's talk about the community support, especially the coaches, players, the students. It is a team effort.
I am so grateful to all of Oldham County high schools and middle schools in the effort that they put forth in helping us pick up roadside litter. And this is a fundraising event for those teams and groups. And it's open to all Oldham County nonprofits, but we particularly get Oldham County's youth out there picking up roadside litter and keeping our roads clean, keeping the county clean. And I'd like to recognize all the coaches and parents and students in their effort to leave the game site, leave their gyms and their stadiums and their playing fields just as clean or cleaner as when they found them. So let's keep Oldham County looking great, and we're proud of our community, and I'm grateful to be a servant.
It's a great place to live, just so beautiful here in Oldham County. It takes everybody.
Absolutely, yes.
Great to see you. And again, the website, Oldham County, ky.gov.
Right. You click on services, either solid waste services or recycling in Oldham County. Either one of those pages, that Waste Wizard will pop up at the top of the page. You can also bring it up on your phone. If you do bring it up on your phone, you'll have to scroll past a bunch of yellow buttons before you get to the Waste Wizard.
Thank you, Rebecca. It's good to see you.
Thank you.
Rebecca Zockling, we're at halftime in Goshen. Have a look at your first half numbers when we come back after this on Glycod.
Looking for sound, prudent financial advice? Did you know that one of the brightest and best financial advisors is in your own backyard? Robin Lawson of Financial Solutions Incorporated has a mission to understand your long-term goals and to create a specific strategy just for you. Robin understands the challenges that face most of us today and offers fresh, out-of-the-box thinking that can put you on the road to financial freedom. Contact Robin Lawson today at 502-225-9900. That's 502-225-9900, or visit lawsonfinancial.net.
LaGrange Service Center is a professional automotive service center that aims to provide the highest level of customer satisfaction. Their team is dedicated to performing honest and ethical work. Their experienced technicians make affordably priced immediate and scheduled repairs. Plus, they offer 24-hour emergency roadside assistance and much more. Located at 409 West Jefferson Street, or call 502-222-1673. LaGrange Service Center.
Welcome to WDRB Home Design here at Watts Home Center. We're talking paint colors today. Tommy, what are the hottest colors this season?
The hottest colors are gray. Grays are trending. You also have taupes, off-white. Benjamin Moore has over 4,000 colors, so we can find something that you like.
So if I wanted to color match my shirt, you could do it?
I can do it. We take our little color spectrometer here. We'll take a picture of your shirt, tells us what color it is. We have true color lighting, so it helps us get the true color to match your color.
Do you have any tips for us to ensure a successful paint job?
The best tip I can give you is use the proper tools. You want to use a good paintbrush, you want to use a good roller. People always grab a roller frame, they just want to roll a wall. Grab a pole, whether it be an expensive good one, inexpensive wood one. It makes the job go so much easier when you're rolling that wall out.
The team at Watts Home Center can answer all your painting questions, so come on out to their location here in LaGrange. I'm Lindsay Cox for WDRB Home Design.
For dependable, friendly heating, cooling, electric, and plumbing service, it's Kinzer & Kinzer at 200 East Jefferson Street in LaGrange. Locally owned and operated since 1983. Call 502-222-0497.
If your car's been damaged, regardless of make or model, visit the experts at Roy's Body Shop. Roy's is locally owned and operated with free towing and lifetime warranty on all collision repairs. Plus, they provide deductible savings for every insurance claim. Open weekdays 9 to 5 at 2604 Highway 146 in LaGrange. Give them a call at 502-222-0948 or online at roysbodyshop.com. Roy's Body Shop. Collision repair for the people.
You're watching Roy's Body Shop 8th Region High School Basketball from Glycod.
Back live at North Oldham High School, almost start for the third quarter. What caught your eye in that first half, Gary?
Well, it was kind of what we talked about earlier, Chris, and Collins slowed things down on the offensive end of the floor, combined with the fact that they didn't do a very good job shooting the ball, that is North Oldham. Only 2 for 11 in the second quarter. So Collins able to reel them back in a little bit. This game wouldn't surprise me, Chris, if it's in the 40s, if they can keep that tempo.
This North Oldham bunch averages 69 points per game. Collins at 63, so it does have all the makings of being well beneath their season norms.
Well, they're just, as we said before the game, feeling things out. Yeah, we've gone straight man.
Kenyon Gooden with 11 first half points for the Titans. He'll set a screen and have it now in the corner. Poked away, nice overplay by Roberts. It's going to pinball to Ledford up top, and he'll slither in the lane. And Collins, once trailing by 9, has reduced it to 1.
Collins straight man-to-man on the half starting out this second half. See if North can get off the snide. Only 2 for 11 that second quarter.
Mustangs making 3 first half threes. Anderson puts it in.
Anderson with a nice little right-handed jump hook down from the left block.
Anderson with 9. As Gooden operating at the elbow. In an apparent travel, as it will be Collins' possession.
Collins only 3 turnovers the first half, helping them stay in the game, and early turnover here in the third. 2-2-1 press. They had some success.
Neal into forecourt for North. Nice overplay. That was Darius Evans with the rip and a Roberts foul. And the Titans made 3, would draw even.
Once again, very patient on the offensive end. They'll run the shuffle cut, open post.
It's Evans up top. Cade Gooden arcs it back to Evans inside the lane, and he got the roll, and he's been a force off the bench. Has Evans his 4th point. He's got a steal and a rebound as well.
Right now, Collins, 8 out of their last 10 shots made buckets.
High percentage too, Gary.
Well, that's how they draw it back in.
Bounce pass near sideline to Fisher. Now Neal. Roberts back for a 3, and the rebound lassoed by Gooden, and a made bucket here would give Collins their first lead. There's Gooden applying the break. Kenyon with 13, and North down a point.
9 of their last 11 made baskets. And once again, in the paint.
Neal for a 3, and a big Mustang triple.
Kind of saw that one coming the last 2 possessions.
Neal now with 8. North is connected on 4 threes. And a field goal advantage. 3 minutes have elapsed in this third. Gooden veering left. Cochran triggers. Cochran with 6, but created by Gooden off the bounce. Oh my, Neal having all sorts of problems. And it's going to trickle off of Fisher out of bounds. Cochran with that great sideline defense.
Collins in no hurry, walk the ball up the half court. Now they'll get in their open post offense.
Gooden pitches it in the lane. Nice crafty move by Gooden, and he's just such a fine player to squeeze through that hole.
10 of their last 12 shots made buckets for the Titans.
Collins by 3. As Fisher arcs at Neal. Baseline.
Neal probably gave up a better shot than.
He's going to try his sights on this one. And a North Oldham timeout. Grant Neal ties the game at 31. And we'll be right back on Glycod.
Founded in 1910 in the Ohio Valley region, German American Bank has been raising the standards in banking, insurance, investments, and wealth management for over a century. We're big enough to provide the conveniences of modern banking, yet small enough to care about the people and communities we serve. Because we believe that when a community thrives, its people prosper. Strengthening our community since 1910. German American Bank.
You're watching Roy's Body Shop 8th Region High School Basketball from Glycod.
Grant Neal with 14 in this last 3 comes at a key time, Gary.
Well, here's an interesting thing, Chris. We've started this third quarter. North Oldham is currently 5 for 5, and the Collins Titans are 4 for 4, so both teams shooting the ball well.
This Collins team at 22-4, and North Oldham 21-5. Both teams with high aspirations ahead of the 8th Region Tournament set to commence 2 weeks from tomorrow at Henry County High School.
A little matchup zone right now. It's a 2-3, but they're just trying to match the shooters on their sides.
Evans with a pass to the elbow, apprehended by Gooden. And there's a travel. I think a few of the folks wanted that one. And it will belong to North.
Turnover number 2 for the Titans here this quarter. Only 3 totaled for the first half, so they're sitting on 5 for the game right now. Still 2-2-1.
Over now, Fisher. Higdon going to take it right through Gooden. And perhaps that's how they attack him.
Well, to tell you the truth, I think Gooden played him the correct way. Higdon is predominantly a left-handed player when usually will fake you right and go left. And that time he did a good job pushing him to his right-hand side. And for a lot of other physical we've seen this game, I thought that was kind of ticky-tacky.
Higdon now with 4. And 2 big ones on the menu for North as they retake the lead.
Well, as we mentioned before the game, if North can get productive points out of both their big ones, I think that makes their opportunities to win the game a lot easier. So here we go, back again. It's a 2-3 that looks like a 1-1-3 to start with. All they're doing is matching the shooters.
Is that their go-to defense, Gary?
No, not really. It's a little bit of a junk defense. I just think they weren't happy with the way they were guarding them in their man-to-man.
Gooden probing baseline, puts it in again.
Still haven't missed a shot.
Gooden with 6 points in the quarter, 17 for the game. Yes, Fisher parading far sideline for the Mustangs. Fisher left-hand bounce. Neal through contact, got the ball to go.
North still hasn't missed a shot. They are 7 for 7 this third quarter.
Neal with 8 in the frame, 13 for the game.
Neither team have missing a shot here.
That's amazing.
And it's been good defense. I mean, that was an excellent offensive move by Neal.
And Gooden will arc it out of bounds over Harbin. And back it goes to North.
So the amazing thing is, Collins has not missed a shot, made 3 turnovers, and they're down 2. North made 7 shots of their 7 and only 1 turnover.
Anderson in attack mode. Now around the clock to Neal. Neal through contact again. He's been the difference in the quarter, Gary.
Very much so. Well, you know, we talked about him before the game. He's very confident in his scoring ability. And if he misses a shot, like a lot of guys might put their head down, he just says, I'll get it the next time. He's made 2 difficult shots the last 2 times down, one going left, one going right.
And the lead now at 5 as Grant Neal, 11 points in the quarter. And we'll see how the Titans respond against a little adversity. Slithering in the lane. How about that take by Cade Gooden, the 8th grader?
Still, neither team have missed the shot. We're 1 minute to go in the 3rd quarter.
Don't jinx it, Coach. 7 minutes of perfect shooting for both teams. Roberts, he'd had to ruin it, did Dallas, but the offensive rebound. And Roberts for a 3, short.
Well, as long as you get your rebounds back, it's like a free shot.
Open! And the Mustangs appear content to hang on to it for the final 20 of the quarter. As Roberts veering right. 3. High arcing 3 off the heel, and it's snared by Gooden. And that will close the 3rd quarter. North Oldham protecting a 3-point lead with 8 minutes left on Glycod.
For your surprisingly great rates, contact your local State Farm agent today.
If you want the real deal, call State Farm agent Leslie Gilly in Crestwood today.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
A lot goes into taking care of your property. You need equipment with more durability, versatility, and #1 rated reliability built in. Like Kubota compact tractors that can do it all right. Z-Series mowers that deliver a quality cut. And the Sidekick utility vehicle built for hard work and fun at 40 miles per hour. Kubota equipment lives up to the highest standards. Yours. Visit your local dealer today.
You're watching Roy's Body Shop 8th Region High School Basketball from Glycod.
North Oldham leading by 3 as we get set for the 4th. And Ian Higdon with a big bucket. As you see, Higdon with a big bucket. Also Grant Neal with a couple of big threes, Coach.
You know, very much so. Up until those last 2 missed shots, the Mustangs have not missed a shot. Only 1 turnover helped them to hang on to the lead. And yet you look down at the Titans. They're 8 for 8, don't miss a shot, yet they can't cut the lead. And part of that was they made 3 turnovers. Not a lot, but, you know, in a game of this magnitude, as close as it is, you know, every turnover is costing you points.
The Mustang basketball right to left. Jack Fisher is North trying to extend their winning string to 11. And a foul from behind.
Good call, easy call. You know, the thing about it was, you know, Cochran got in under Anderson in the mid-paint, and I'm not sure if Anderson would turn and score on that. So, the foul gives him an opportunity to get it baseline out of bounds.
Third team Titans foul this half, and Kobe Ledford will check out. His twin brother Kia will be reinserted for North.
The Ledfords very, very good defensive players. Offensively, still have some work to do.
Fisher, a strong left-hand dribble, trying to carve space. Higdon, boy, he likes it rough.
Well, if Higdon puts that shoulder into you, you better fall because you won't get the call if you don't.
Higdon now with 7. As Collins trying to find a response. And Neal with a swipe. Team second for the game on Grant Neal. Girls game to tip. That's 7:40 or so between these same two schools, Collins and North Oldham. As Gooden will have it up top. Between games, we'll talk about the 8th region. All 8th region teams were announced earlier today. Several representatives from both these schools were recognized, and Gary and I will mention those a bit later. Nice find in congestion, and Gooden will kiss it in.
I thought he might have actually got hit a little on that shot as well, Chris. So, fortunately, just a bucket.
Gooden with 19, 1 point south of his season lead. And Ledford called for the bump.
Yeah, the Ledfords, as we mentioned earlier, are very good defensive players. They will get up in your grill. They do a good job moving their feet and using their bodies.
Nice catch by Roberts.
It looked like an over-the-shoulder football catch.
Roberts attacking Evans, and the net result is 2 free throws.
There's a great example of experience. Roberts had Evans beat. He knew Evans was going to try to make up. So as soon as Evans made contact, Roberts stood up, assuring that at least he's going to get a 2-shot foul, maybe the and 1.
Dallas Roberts for 2 from the foul line. Roberts now with 9, 85% free throw shooter. With the district tournament being on this floor, Dallas will have a couple of extra home games. They have one Friday in the regular season finale versus St. X. And then next Friday in the 29th district championship game. So a 5-point North Oldham lead. Evans near a wing for Collins. As the Titans try to figure out this zone.
Basically still a straight 2-3. I think College is more content to be patient to get what they want. And primarily, they're looking for 2 shooters.
Pass in the corner. Cochran baseline short. Snagged by Anderson. As North leads by 5. Basket here, you get the sense, could really be pivotal in this game.
Well, one thing it would do, it would force Collins to maybe speed up play on the offensive end, which isn't really in their game plan right now. So anytime you get your opponent to do something they're not really comfortable doing, that's an advantage for you.
Roberts may have tweaked that ankle as he tried to get to a jump stop, pass in the lane, and well off the heel, but Higdon gets the rebound. And North will recycle under 5. Roberts free up top off the heel. And it's off of, it looks like Fisher. Basketball to Collins. Collins take 30-second timeout, and it will swell to a 60. 5-point North Oldham lead on Glycod. We'll be right back.
Grange Service Center is a professional automotive service center that aims to provide the highest level of customer satisfaction. Their team is dedicated to performing honest and ethical work. Their experienced technicians make affordably priced immediate and scheduled repairs. Plus, they offer 24-hour emergency roadside assistance and much more. Located at 409 West Jefferson Street, or call 502-222-1673. LaGrange Service Center.
You're watching Roy's Body Shop 8th Region High School Basketball from Glycod.
5-point North Oldham lead as we welcome you back to Goshen. Chris Labar along with Gary Forrest. Mustangs trying to improve to 22-5 on the season and extend their winning streak to 11. North Oldham already with the most wins in school history at 21, and been a hard-fought affair thus far against a good Collins team.
Very much so. You know, it's kind of like that advanced chess match game. Both teams still probing their opponents. Here as we're in midway through the fourth quarter. Got a different look now from North Oldham. 1-2-2 press. They're going to see if they can maybe speed Collins up a little bit. Looking to trap around the half-court line.
See how the Titans figure it out, and Fisher called for the bump far sideline. How do you attack this sort of press?
Well, one guard front, you attack it with two. The whole key is get the ball in the middle. For the defense is keep the ball out of the box in the middle.
Woven down to Ledford. That's Gary's geometry lesson for the night.
Yeah, it's a trig time.
As Ledford veering left. Nice skip pass. Ledford heaving a three. Everything but the basket. Ripped out by Gooden. Oh my, what a great play.
You know, he's fun to watch, Chris. He's not a great basketball player, but he's a good one. A little play with words there, but at the same time,
I get it.
There you go. He just plays hard and smart.
Will swirl off. Rebound secured by Anderson as Gooden game high 21. And North Oldham by 3. They dance under 4.
Little bit of a trap now by Collins. Just trying to make sure that they can pick the pace up a little bit.
Roberts inching at baseline. Higdon lobs to Anderson for 2.
There's your high-low. North showing a very good job of patience that time on the half court.
That's an area where this team has grown this year.
Really so, you know, and they have the tools to do it with the two big ones, you know, high-low, and they just threw up to Anderson and over the defense.
As Cade Gooden will have it up top, over now to Evans. Again, Collins without Quentin Simmons tonight with an ankle injury. Double-figure score off the heel and snared by Fisher of North Oldham. A 5-point lead. And a Collins foul, be the 6th team foul. And North will trigger, be Fisher. Now Fisher finding Higdon. Oh my, everything but the basket. And Cochran finding Gooden as Collins dodging a big bullet.
Watched again. Collins still not in any hurry. You know, this is their game. They play it a lot. A lot of people would, you know, really get a little wound up here with 2.5 to go. But they'll be patient.
Gooden inside the lane. Boy, look how high Anderson gets.
Well, not only did he go high, Chris, he went and got the ball. A lot of guys can rebound if it comes to him. He actually moved and got the ball.
Just over 2 minutes as Neal nudging it over to Roberts. That's where they want it. And Fisher has a trickle right to Anderson.
Anderson, Johnny on the spot. Then ball gets knocked loose right to him under the basket for an easy 2.
Collins taking a timeout. A 60-second break. Luke Anderson, 13 key points, and we're back in just a minute on Glycod.com.
Founded in 1910 in the Ohio Valley region, German American Bank has been raising the standards in banking, insurance, investments, and wealth management for over a century. We're big enough to provide the conveniences of modern banking, yet small enough to care about the people and communities we serve. Because we believe that when a community thrives, its people prosper. Strengthening our community since 1910. German American Bank.
You're watching Roy's Body Shop 8th Region High School Basketball from Glycod.
Collins taking a timeout, and you get the sense North Oldham perhaps a player or two away.
I think so. You know, you're sitting at that 6-point lead. It's not over yet if you're Collins, but if you're North, you can push that thing out to about 8 points. That 2-point difference, 8 is so much bigger to come back from than 6.
Our most outstanding player, presented by State Farm agent Leslie Gilley, will be at the conclusion of this game. One representative from each team announced by Coach Forrest. Right now, Collins, 2 timeouts remaining. Arrow also in their favor, but they need a bucket here. Gooden heaving a 3, in and out.
Man, that's the second one that was in and out for the Titans.
Fisher with a big rebound. And Collins with the 7th team foul, so 1 and 1.
Well, the thing about it is, I understand fouling, but I'm not going to put Dallas Roberts on the line. He's not going to be the one. I don't think really neither he nor Grant Neal. I think both of those guys are going to make free throws. The others, you roll the dice.
Roberts connecting on the first as you see this 3 by Gooden. Everything but.
Man, that was halfway in.
And Roberts, his 2 free throws stay in.
Once again, 1-2-2. Full court, they'll trap at half.
Ripped out by Neal. How big has he been tonight? And a great take. And a second consecutive foul on Kenyon Gooden.
Well, as we mentioned, they did a great job of baiting them into the trap area right at half court. And when the players stepped over, that's when the pressure's on. And Neal did a great job, as you mentioned, knocking the ball loose.
Neal with 16, now 17. North just has so many guys that can beat you.
Well, it's like sticking a finger in the dike. You only have so many fingers.
Lead now at 10. As the second free throw, as you see, long. Roberts, Anderson, and Neal all in double figures for North. That's been their recipe throughout this season. That's going to be short from Ledford. And North Oldham appears on their way to their 11th straight as Ledford watch that ball trickle out. And for Collins, certainly with Simmons back in the lineup, they appear to be a different offensive team.
Yeah, I think so. It just really limited them. They had 2 scorers and 3 non-scorers, and it's tough to manufacture points when the other team knows those 2.
And finally the whistle blows as Roberts back for the final 1 and 1. Collins' 9th team foul. Lead up to 11. This game has been hard fought, and Collins a very strong team, and you look up and still north by 12. And Higdon whistled in wide open spaces.
Well, Chris, if you're Collins, you go away from this game, you say, okay, we're probably going to lose this thing by, around 9 to 11 points. We've got arguably maybe our best player at the current time who's hurt. There'll be a time we play him.
Cochran will spin out, but again, Collins, the 4 seed in the 30th district. They'll have to beat Shelby County in the 4-5 game and then win either against Anderson or Spencer just to make it to the 8th region tournament.
Right.
2 good teams convening tonight on what will be North Oldham's 11th straight win and their 22nd of the year. 2 class coaches and programs meet at the scores table in North Oldham with a win tonight on Glycod.com, 51-39. Be right back after this.
Winter is coming. The Farmer's Almanac is predicting a rough winter with teeth-chattering cold. Don't be caught unprepared. Call Thompson Heating and Cooling today for a special $99 HVAC checkup. Because the last time you want to find out your heat isn't working is when you really need it. At Thompson, we offer a 2-hour appointment window, so you won't be kept waiting all day. We are fully stocked and prepared, and 90% of our calls are repaired that day. And as always, your satisfaction is guaranteed. Call us today for express service.
Broken, outdated electronics harm the environment when disposed with regular trash. That's why Oldham County Solid Waste is sponsoring an electronics collection event on Saturday, April 15th, 2023 from 9 a.m. to noon at Oldham County High School student parking lot. It's the perfect time to properly dispose of tube and projection style televisions, computers, smartphones, or other gadgets that you may no longer need. No restrictions on devices, every bit helps. A message from Oldham County Solid Waste.
Looking for sound, prudent financial advice? Did you know that one of the brightest and best financial advisors is in your own backyard? Robin Lawson of Financial Solutions Incorporated has a mission to understand your long-term goals and to create a specific strategy just for you. Robin understands the challenges that face most of us today and offers fresh, out-of-the-box thinking that can put you on the road to financial freedom. Contact Robin Lawson today at 502-225-9900. That's 502-225-9900 or visit lawsonfinancial.net.
Welcome to WDRB Home Design here at Watts Home Center. We're talking paint colors today. Tommy, what are the hottest colors this season?
The hottest colors are gray. Grays are trending. You also have taupes, off-white. Benjamin Moore has over 4,000 colors, so we can find something that you like.
So if I wanted to color match my shirt, you could do it?
I can do it. We take our little color spectrometer here. It will take a picture of your shirt, tells us what color it is. We have true color lighting, so it helps us get the true color to match your color.
Do you have any tips for us to ensure a successful paint job?
The best tip I can give you is use the proper tools. You want to use a good paintbrush, you want to use a good roller. People always grab a roller frame, they just want to roll a wall. Grab a pole, whether it be an expensive good one, inexpensive wood one. It makes the job go so much easier when you're rolling that wall out.
The team at Watts Home Center can answer all your painting questions, so come on out to their location here in LaGrange. I'm Lindsay Cox for WDRB Home Design.
Tonight's post-game recap is brought to you by Watts Home Center. Whether it's building, restoring, or improving your home, visit the experts at Watts, 2350 Commerce Parkway in LaGrange. Watts Home Center, design that feels like home.
Glycod's Tournament Central is back with the most live coverage of high school postseason basketball starting next week. Glycod will live stream a total of 40 district, regional, and state tournament games featuring instant replay and score ticker. For more information, visit Tournament Central at Glycod.com. Final score tonight, North Oldham by 12, and a good quality win for this very sound Mustang team, Gary.
Yeah, very much so here on their home floor. Just a very good high school game. And, you know, when we go through some stats in a minute, you'll see you can make a case for either team saying, yeah, we should have won.
What was the difference in your mind? Because Collins in the fourth only with 4 points, and that's uncharacteristic of their offense for the first three.
Well, you know, Collins doesn't always like to play fast. And by getting down that 7 and 8 point margin, that forced Shelby to speed up their play. And I don't think that's them. Of course, missing one of their key players tonight, that just magnified it. And the fact that one of the things we talked about in the keys of the game, could Collins do a good job nullifying the two-headed monster inside? They did one, but Anderson was quite effective against them.
Grant Neal, outstanding, 17 points for North. Dallas Roberts, 14. Luke Anderson, 13. Ian Higdon, 7. So only 4 Mustang players score. Kenyon Gooden leading the brigade for the Titans with 21. Isaiah Cochran, 6. And you had Cade Gooden, Kia Ledford, and Darius Evans each with 4. So pretty much a one-trick pony on offense.
Very much so. It really exposed limitations. We mentioned earlier, you really have to play your butt off if you have 2 good players. When you have 3, it makes things easier. But when you're limited to 1, maybe 1.5, that really makes it tough.
We've got our most outstanding players queued up. We'll have that for you when we come back. North Oldham boys win over Collins by 12, and the girls will tip in the vicinity of 7:35. More basketball when we come back after this.
Welcome to WDRB Home Design here at Watts Home Center. We're talking paint colors today. Tommy, what are the hottest colors this season?
The hottest colors are gray. Grays are trending. You also have taupes, off-white. Benjamin Moore has over 4,000 colors, so we can find something that you like.
So if I wanted to color match my shirt, you could do it?
I can do it. We take our little color spectrometer here. We'll take a picture of your shirt, tells us what color it is. We have true color lighting, so it helps us get the true color to match your color.
Do you have any tips for us to ensure a successful paint job?
The best tip I can give you is use the proper tools. You want to use a good paintbrush, you want to use a good roller. People always grab a roller frame, they just want to roll a wall. Grab a pole, whether it be an expensive good one, an inexpensive wooden one. It makes the job go so much easier when you're rolling that wall out.
The team at Watts Home Center can answer all your painting questions, so come on out to their location here in LaGrange. I'm Lindsay Cox for WDRB Home Design.
Looking for sound, prudent financial advice? Did you know that one of the brightest and best financial advisors is in your own backyard? Robin Lawson of Financial Solutions Incorporated has a mission to understand your long-term goals and to create a specific strategy just for you. Robin understands the challenges that face most of us today and offers fresh, out-of-the-box thinking that can put you on the road to financial freedom. Contact Robin Lawson today at 502-225-9900. That's 502-225-9900 or visit lawsonfinancial.net. For dependable, friendly heating, cooling, electric, and plumbing service, it's Kinzer & Kinzer at 200 East Jefferson Street in LaGrange. Locally owned and operated since 1983. Call 502-222-0497.
LaGrange Service Center is a professional automotive service center that aims to provide the highest level of customer satisfaction. Their team is dedicated to performing honest and ethical work. Their experienced technicians make affordably priced immediate and scheduled repairs. Plus, they offer 24-hour emergency roadside assistance and much more. Located at 409 West Jefferson Street or call 502-222-1673. LaGrange Service Center.
Research has shown high school sports to be a great community influence. Join scores of local businesses that have partnered with Glycod in sponsoring live, hometown-oriented sports programming on our video and social media platforms. For more information, email info@glycod.com.
You're watching Roy's Body Shop 8th Region High School Basketball from Glycod.
Back inside North Oldham High School in between games, the Mustang boys winners over Collins. There you see 51-39. North now 22 wins on the season that continues to set a school record. Our most outstanding players tonight presented by Crestwood State Farm agent Leslie Gilley. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. And certainly for Collins, goes without saying, it's good. But for North, could have gone a couple different ways.
It really could. You could make a case for about 3 or 4 guys. And, I think the one we made started off well, got dinged up a little bit, came back in, and made some big clutch plays defensively and offensively in the fourth quarter.
Grant Neal with 17, and he started the scoring with a made 3. That was the first points of the game for North, and his play continued in the second half. So congratulations, Grant Neal and Kenyon Gooden, tonight's most outstanding players from State Farm agent Leslie Gilley in Crestwood. Well, Gary, now both these teams tune up for one more regular season game on Friday, and then their attentions really move forward to the postseason. Your thoughts on both their prospects?
Well, I think both of them are playing well. You look at their records as well as you look how well they played in the month of February, and both of them are on an uptick. Now, injuries can play a role. Already we saw that tonight when one of Collins' main players couldn't go, but I think both of them are probably where they want to be. Probably Collins a little disappointed and dropping 2 games to district opponents, which, puts their back against the wall. There's no room for error trying to get out of their district. And for North, a little easier run maybe. They're hosting the district. They've already played their way in to the region. Now it's a matter of, are you going to be the regional district representative or the runner-up representative? And they'll host the district tournament here next week.
A couple of other 8th region teams, I think that bear mentioning. Grant County having a fabulous season up there with Dylan Hammonds, and then year after year, Owen County doing their thing with perhaps the player of the year in Tegan Moore.
Maybe so. I know he gets a lot of support from the A schools when it comes voting time, and don't count Simon Kenton out. That's a tough 3 out of 4 teams in that district, and Simon Kenton, we saw him a couple of weeks ago against Oldham County, beat a good Oldham County team at Oldham, which isn't done a lot of times. Probably one of the most unknown players in the state with 7'4" player. And he's not bad. He's committed to Akron. And as you mentioned, Grant County, another one of those, maybe one of the top 5 best unknown players in the state, in Dylan Hammond. Averages double figures in both points and rebounds.
And for Simon Kenton, they've issued the only regional loss for North Oldham. Yep. North losing up there by 8 way back in December. So the boys game complete. North Oldham winners over Collins by 12. We'll take a quick break, be back. We will reset the table with the girls action. Again, the girls will tip off in the vicinity of about 7:35. Back after this on Glycon.
Your car's been damaged, regardless of make or model, visit the experts at Roy's Body Shop. Roy's is locally owned and operated with free towing and lifetime warranty on all collision repairs. Plus, they provide deductible savings for every insurance claim. Open weekdays 9 to 5 at 2604 Highway 146 in LaGrange. Give them a call at 502-222-0948 or online at roysbodyshop.com. Roy's Body Shop. Collision repair for the people.
A lot goes into taking care of your property. You need equipment with more durability, versatility, and #1 rated reliability built in. Like Kubota compact tractors that can do it all right. Z-Series mowers that deliver a quality cut. And the Sidekick utility vehicle built for hard work and fun at 40 miles per hour. Kubota equipment lives up to the highest standards. Yours. Visit your local dealer today.
Founded in 1910 in the Ohio Valley region, German American Bank has been raising the standards in banking, insurance, investments, and wealth management for over a century. We're big enough to provide the conveniences of modern banking, yet small enough to care about the people and communities we serve. Because we believe that when a community thrives, its people prosper. Strengthening our community since 1910. German American Bank.
Broken, outdated electronics harm the environment when disposed with regular trash. That's why Oldham County Solid Waste is sponsoring an electronics collection event on Saturday, April 15th, 2023 from 9 a.m. to noon at Oldham County High School student parking lot. It's the perfect time to properly dispose of tube and projection-style televisions, computers, smartphones, or other gadgets that you may no longer need. No restrictions on devices. Every bit helps. A message from Oldham County Solid Waste. Glycod on YouTube is Kentuckiana's fastest growing high school sports video site. When you click to subscribe, don't forget to tap the bell and be notified of our upcoming live broadcasts and other unique video content. Subscribe for free now at youtube.com/Glycod.
For your surprisingly great rates, contact your local State Farm agent today.
If you want the real deal, call State Farm agent Leslie Gilly in Crestwood today.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
You're watching Roy's Body Shop 8th Region High School Basketball from Glycod.
Back to North Oldham High School in Goshen. Chris LeBar along with Gary Forrest. We will transition to the girls' side of things. And for this North Oldham team, Coach, game over 500, 14-13, and quietly having a good year.
Very much so. They really play almost 4 guards and 1 post player. And the addition of a move-in young lady who's, I think, a very nice post player who has helped their program maybe get over the hump just a little bit this year.
Liz Boyd, whom Gary referenced, 13 points and 11 rebounds, actually named today to the All-8th Region team. So congratulations to her.
Well, here's your scenario. How many people would like a move-in kid that averages a double-double? I think everybody steps forward and raises their hand.
From the girls' side, as we go through, Ella Morrison of South Oldham, All-8th Region. Also Madison Young, a surprise to no one, and Elizabeth Boyd. And from Oldham County, Adriana Palazzolo. So 4 young ladies on the girls' side to the All-8th Region team. Lainey Johnson of Anderson County was 8th Region Player of the Year. And John Howie of Spencer County, the Coach of the Year. And the Bears, boy, they think they got a shot to get out this year, Coach.
Well, it's, really interesting. At the end of last year, Coach Howie, had to kind of live through an uprising. Sometimes people don't realize how good they have it. And he graduated a big part of his team last year, and I think a lot of people thought they were going to be down, but watching their scores this year, they're the only ones, with maybe the exception of South Oldham, that I think has a chance to unseat Anderson.
Anderson a little bit up and down here, especially in the last couple of weeks. Collins, the opponent for North tonight. Gary, 8-18. That's not the story. The story is Trevor Mason, their first-year head coach. They've got 5 coaches in 5 years.
Yeah, and anytime you go through something like that, it's like changing a recipe, on something that you used to cook really good, and now when you're trying to improve it, you keep dinkering around with what was probably good to start with.
Collins 2-11 against 8th Region foes. The wins back in December versus Carroll and versus Woodford. They are the 4 seed in next week's 30th District Tournament. They do have a top scorer, though. Lanaya Dunn, 5'7" junior, averaging 19 points. But beyond that, not a lot jumps out at you statistically.
No, and I saw him earlier in the year against South Oldham, and on that day, she was about the only thing that they had going for them positively. They look like they're just a team in transition.
Take a quick break. Lineups when we come back on Glycod.
Welcome to WDRB Home Design here at Watts Home Center. We're talking paint colors today. Tommy, what are the hottest colors this season?
The hottest colors are gray. Grays are trending. You also have taupes, off-white. Benjamin Moore has over 4,000 colors, so we can find something that you like.
So if I wanted to color match my shirt, you could do it?
I can do it. We take our little color spectrometer here. We'll take a picture of your shirt, tells us what color it is. We have true color lighting, so it helps us get the true color to match your color.
Do you have any tips for us to ensure a successful paint job?
The best tip I can give you is use the proper tools. You want to use a good paintbrush, you want to use a good roller. People always grab a roller frame, they just want to roll a wall. Grab a pole, whether it be an expensive good one, an inexpensive wooden one. It makes the job go so much easier when you're rolling that wall out.
The team at Watts Home Center can answer all your painting questions, so come on out to their location here in LaGrange. I'm Lindsay Cox for WDRB Home Design.
If your car's been damaged, regardless of make or model, visit the experts at Roy's Body Shop. Roy's is locally owned and operated with free towing and lifetime warranty on all collision repairs. Plus, they provide deductible savings for every insurance claim. Open weekdays 9 to 5 at 2604 Highway 146 in LaGrange. Give them a call at 502-222-0948 or online at roysbodyshop.com. Roy's Body Shop. Collision repair for the people.
From Glycod, it's Roy's Body Shop 8th Region High School Basketball. Roy's Body Shop in LaGrange. Collision repair for the people. Tonight's game is also brought to you by Anderson Sales and Service in Crestwood, making your life easier with quality products and quality service. Watts Home Center, design that feels like home. Thompson Heating and Cooling, making people comfortable. LaGrange Service Center, quality car care since 1964. State Farm Insurance Agent Leslie Gilly. And by Mortensen Family Dental. Now courtside for all the action from Glycod on Roy's Body Shop 8th Region High School Basketball.
Outdated electronics harm the environment when disposed with regular trash. That's why Oldham County Solid Waste is sponsoring an electronics collection event on Saturday, April 15th, 2023 from 9 a.m. to noon at Oldham County High School student parking lot. It's the perfect time to properly dispose of tube and projection style televisions, computers, smartphones, or other gadgets that you may no longer need. No restrictions on devices, every bit helps. A message from Oldham County Solid Waste.
You're watching Roy's Body Shop 8th Region High School Basketball from Glycod.
Outdated electronics harm the environment when disposed with regular trash. That's why Oldham County Solid Waste is sponsoring an electronics collection event on Saturday, April 15th, 2023 from 9 a.m. to noon at Oldham County High School student parking lot. It's the perfect time to properly dispose of tube and projection style televisions, computers, smartphones, or other gadgets that you may no longer need. No restrictions on devices, every bit helps. A message from Oldham County Solid Waste.
You're watching Roy's Body Shop 8th Region High School Basketball from Glycod.
Back live to North Oldham High School in Goshen here on Glycod.com. Girls high school basketball between North Oldham and the Collins Titans. Starting lineups presented by State Farm agent Leslie Gilly. Lanaya Dunn leading the brigade for Collins. 19-point per game scores. She'll be joined by 10-point contributor Danielle Jones, Amber Barnett, Laura Viderek, and Emma Kendall. North Oldham will counter Liz Boyd, again all 8th region, just announced earlier today. Congratulations to her as we transition to this North Oldham starting unit, coach, and it's been pretty consistent throughout this season.
Yes, you saw this coming last year. They were just a piece or two away from being a competitive team, and with the addition of Liz Boyd, a move in over the summer, she kind of fills that void, if you will, in the middle.
13 and 11 for Boyd. Gracie Sipes having a great senior season. 13 point per game score along with 45 made threes. So this North Oldham team coached by Mac McIntosh in year 2. 26 and 32 for Coach Mack. We told you about Collins, their first-year head coach Trevor Mason. Trevor, an alum of Nelson County. He coached that same program for one season back during the COVID era. So Trevor very youthful and hoping to provide some stability to this Collins girls basketball program.
Yeah, they've been a program that's kind of been a little bit in transformation, I guess is a good term.
Titans with one Sweet 16 back in 2019. And, of course, North Oldham only one 8th region tournament appearance ever in their school's history. That was last season, losing in the quarters to eventual state tournament representative Anderson County. A little bit of a skeleton crew tonight for the nightcap on Glycod. We'll make do, and appreciate you joining us on Valentine's night here in Goshen. And North Oldham on the defensive end, and Dunn. That's the matchup to watch up top with Smith shadowing Dunn. Jones having a little bit of a issue. Little loft in the lane off the heel. That was Dunn misfiring, and here comes North up the mountain. Moffitt, entry to Boyd. As Boyd carving baseline. And well-executed three. Gracie Sipes, her 46th made three.
Well, Boyd with a great pass out of the low post. Usually that's a pass of no return. She did a great job. Turned, fired to the opposite side corner to the wide open Sipes, who knocks down the three.
See what Collins can do to respond. Dunn trying to answer and does.
Well, Dunn says, I'll see you and raise you.
Her 35th made three of the year. Collins with one senior on their roster. A very young squad. Of course, North Oldham has been there over the last handful of years, and unforced turnover up top. Dunn in backcourt, being badgered by Smith. That's Voderek in the lane. Barnett spinning it out. And deflection out of bounds, Collins. And just ripped away, a little nonchalant with the ball was Jones. And ripped out as the layup trickles off from Smith. And the game's first foul in pursuit of that rebound on North Oldham. Caroline Moffitt called. And North Oldham going to pick up in the full court variety.
North Oldham 1-2-1-1 full court press.
Barnett perhaps ripped on the arm as Boyd leaking out for North. Short arms it. And lassoed by Dunn as Collins in your picture in a hurry in a tie score. And Smith in the thick of it again.
Smith twice has baited that pass back from the wing to the guard for easy steals.
The elbow jumper, Vise. And a strong rebound. That was Hayden Watts. Plucked it away for Collins. Three up top. And Boyd. The North Oldham rebound. Boyd going to spin baseline. Clever pass. Yeah, Sipes a little bit out of sorts there. Flipped it right to Dunn. And there's the trailer blown layup by Jones. And a North Oldham foul.
Well, Dunn did a very good job of being unselfish and giving the ball up to Jones, but Jones just kind of short-armed it. She did get fouled on the play, but I really thought that should have been a three-point play.
So Collins with 4 in a row. Jones 10-point per game score. And the long rebound ripped away. There's Sipes from the same spot as the last make. It's going to be nudged off of Watts. And Mustang ball underneath. Moffitt just outside your frame, drives and takes a hard Collins foul. Here, she's been one of those players that only averages 4 points, but has shown the propensity to score big in big games.
Well, she does. Usually it's inside. Occasionally she turns down shots from the outside. We saw her here a couple of weeks ago. She made 2 threes in a row and then wouldn't shoot it.
Yeah.
When left open for the rest of the half. So I think a lot of it's a confidence thing about how far out she wants and feels comfortable shooting the ball.
Moffitt, one of 4 key seniors in the North Oldham rotation. And the Mustangs by a point. And stolen away, a live ball turnover, Catherine Smith. And there's Moffitt trying to clean it up. And Vise called for a travel up top. McIntosh hands on hips there at the top middle of your screen. North Oldham going to pick up full court.
1-2-2. They'll want to back it up right now. Looks like they'll try to trap the ball, push it up the sides, and try to trap it.
And the Mustangs on the defensive end. That's Barnett. Now Jones, a great crafty move, but it's off the heel. And Sipes with a North Oldham corral. There's Boyd. Baseline, nice reverse. Sipes, great movement for 2.
Sipes shot that ball like a cue ball, put a little English on it.
That's an athletic play by Sipes. And the Mustangs with another live ball turnover as Boyd chisels her way to the basket and a Collins foul.
Going to the line for 2 shots will be Liz Boyd.
Play by Sipes, I'm not sure she could have made a couple of years ago. Just a well-executed half-court set. Boyd for a couple. And after North Oldham lost Riley Neal last year to graduation, the program's all-time leading scorer, Boyd has been a huge boost. It's a slide in.
Very much so. Just has filled the spot they needed to be filled.
How many players average a double-double? That's the case for Boyd.
Well, you know, there are times I think they could maybe get her the ball a little more. She does a great job presenting herself on the block.
Very unselfish. And a Mustang foul underneath.
There's a case where Dunn, when she gets it, just kind of puts her head down and takes it to the rack.
Sailor Hankins called for her first foul. Team third is Lanaya Dunn. Back for 2 Collins free throws. Titans do not shoot the free throws well. It's 46% as a team. And the Titans, for a moment, had 6 on the floor. One will shuttle out as Watts exits the fray. And Dunn will get that to rattle home. And there's Dunn in the open floor for North, rather for Collins. Air mailing the layup. And out of bounds to the Mustangs. Entry to Caitlin Vise. And Vise will travel. Moffitt and Boyd in is Coach McIntosh. A solid 7-player rotation.
Mustangs staying with the 1-2-2 now. They've adjusted a little.
Catherine Smith and Caroline Moffitt at the teeth of that defense. Here's a corner three off the mark from Viderek. Follow and Boyd there secures it for North. Moffitt baseline, trying to tee up Sipes. Catherine Smith, that shot may have been partially blocked. Moffitt with a rebound, and Barnett no other recourse but to commit a foul. We talk so much about the North boys' prospects of a postseason run. How do you assess the girls' chances?
Well, they're going to have to play Oldham in the play-in game, if you will. Fortunately, they're at home, and they were able to beat Oldham earlier this year here. So you have to feel like the odds are in their favor playing on the home floor, and the winner gets South Oldham girls.
Stolen ball at half court. Those live ball turnovers are dooming Collins as Sipes races it in for two.
6 turnovers for the Lady Titans so far this first quarter.
Gracie Sipes with 7, and another turnover is Boyd all the way for the tap in. And a Collins timeout, an 8-point North Oldham lead on Glycod.
A lot goes into taking care of your property. You need equipment with more durability, versatility, and #1 rated reliability built in. Like Kubota compact tractors that can do it all right. Z-Series mowers that deliver a quality cut. And the Sidekick utility vehicle built for hard work and fun at 40 miles per hour. Kubota equipment lives up to the highest standards. Yours. Visit your local dealer today.
You're watching Roy's Body Shop 8th Region High School Basketball from Glycod.
Liz Boyd with a layup off a Collins turnover as we welcome you back in an 8-point Mustang advantage.
The Lady Titans got a long way to go, Chris. And, it starts, you've got to be able to score, but sometimes people overlook the fact that if you play good defense, your defense can help you score as well. And what the defense will get you in many cases are steals for easy baskets, layups. Right now I'm trying to figure what exactly do they do well. And it's a team that's, still trying to build.
Very, very young. Makira Beach, their leading scorer last season, only played 1 game this year with an injury. That's certainly been an issue for the Titans. And another turnover.
That's 8 now for the first quarter, and you can't score if you turn it over.
As Moffitt around the clock to Sipes. Gracie with 7 points in the quarter. Great find. Hankins nudges it home. Hankins on the board with 2, her season norm. And Collins in trouble early. Kendall up top and just lost the handle. There's Catherine Smith down the pike. And it's a layup line.
Well, once again, Norris defense doing the job right now, turning them over for easy baskets. So far, 9 turnovers for the Lady Titans in the first quarter.
Viderek on the bounce, finding Dunn up top as clock now under 40. Good heads-up play by Kendall to dive on the floor. Or rather, that was a Desiree Chambers that dove on the floor for Collins, but it will be North ball.
Well, once again, turnovers.
How many is that, Gary?
That's 10 for the quarter.
30 seconds left as North operating with loose change in this quarter. Moffitt, there's Sipes, heaving a 3.
Well, they haven't figured out. First thing you want to do is get Sipes out of that corner. She just goes down there, and they ought to paint her name over there.
Sipes with 10 in this quarter.
She just sets up in that left corner and waits for it.
Collins trying to get the shot off in time. They cannot. First quarter dominated by North Oldham, a 17-point lead. Gary and I return after this on Glycon.
Grange Service Center is a professional automotive service center that aims to provide the highest level of customer satisfaction. Their team is dedicated to performing honest and ethical work. Their experienced technicians make affordably priced immediate and scheduled repairs. Plus, they offer 24-hour emergency roadside assistance and much more. Located at 409 West Jefferson Street, or call 502-222-1673. LaGrange Service Center.
For dependable, friendly heating, cooling, electric, and plumbing service, it's Kinzer & Kinzer at 200 East Jefferson Street in LaGrange. Locally owned and operated since 1983. Call 502-222-0497.
You're watching Roy's Body Shop 8th Region High School Basketball from Glycod.
.22-5, the score here after one. Our score actually does not match up with the scoreboard. I want to get that confirmed. They've got it at 25, but nonetheless, it's been all North Oldham.
Very much so, and you know, turnovers galore by the Titans hasn't helped their cause.
We'll see if our producer Steve Bird can confirm the score on his end, but for now we're going to keep it at a 22-5 count as North Oldham.
North staying in that 1-2-2, trying to pressure the ball. Right now, the Titans haven't shown the ability to handle it very well.
And it will be out of bounds. Another miscue back to North Oldham. As Moffitt on the handle for North. Boyd inside the foul line area. Nice touch by Boyd.
Little high screen, pick and roll, and Boyd the recipient of the pass from Moffitt.
Boyd now with 6. There's a 3 just off the mark from Viderek. And Catherine Smith with it the other way for North, and she's a little clumsy with the ball. Around now, Sipes loves it on that wing.
You know, if you're the coach on that Titan bench, you almost want to reach out there and grab the ball from Sipes. She's standing right over their bench and doing all her damage right in front of them.
Going to have a timeout, I believe, a 30-second. Collins 30-second timeout and a 25-5 North lead as we make the adjustment. A 25-point lead, rather a 25-5 lead. And Gracie Sipes, 13 points, Gary. Having a few technical issues, trying to clean some things up here on the fly, but there you see Sipes into Boyd and that great touch. Her medium shot is very strong.
Yeah, very much. Very seldom will she take the ball all the way to the hole. She's a catch and shoot outside the 3 area, or she's a dribble drive into the paint. Still 1-2-2 on the half. A lot of success so far.
Three just a little bit off the mark. Collins still with that one field goal. Boyd inside the line and bumped from behind by Chambers.
Well, they did at least close out on Sipes in the corner because she was cocked and ready to shoot from her favorite spot.
Watts for Collins and Vise for North Oldham.
And a Mustang 30-second timeout as they have some trepidation putting it in play. Gary and I will step aside after this pause on Glycod.com.
For your surprisingly great rates, contact your local State Farm agent today.
If you want the real deal, call State Farm agent Leslie Gilly in Crestwood today.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
You're watching Roy's Body Shop 8th Region High School Basketball from Glycod.
.20 Mustang lead as they'll pitch it in play. North trying to improve to 15-13 on the year as Vise held underneath, arrow in favor of North. Crosby in, Noelle Crosby, senior for North. Here is Moffitt. Catherine Smith on the handle. This time Sipes from this swing, Gary.
Well, she shows her versatility. She's moved over into uncharted area for this game. She just knocks down a three from the right-hand corner.
28-5 lead, and North Oldham on the way with a big rebound. There's Smith flipping it with the left. And I think Crosby might have been called for a foul. Fourth team North Oldham personal. And how about that? Dunn wasn't ready for that pass, and Smith astute enough to swipe it, and the entry resulting in a Collins foul. That's one of those plays that'll drive a coach nuts.
Yeah, if not already, yes. You know, Coach, he's just having to show a lot of patience, Coach Mason. Rome wasn't built today, and neither was the girls' program over there.
Caroline Moffitt's shot off. Collins also the 4 seed on the girls' ledger in their district tournament. The tournament will begin next week at Woodford County.
Boy, so they've got to go the other end of the region.
You figure Anderson and Spencer on the girls' ledger head and shoulders above everybody else.
I think so.
In that district. And a 29-5 Mustang beginning. And there's the second field goal for Collins. That's Danielle Jones. Great pass underneath, and 2 more for North. Caitlin Vise, her first field goal. Now Watts triggers one. And North Oldham with a rebound, and it's a layup line. Hankins catches and taps it in. Hankins with 4. And a 26-point first half lead. If you just joined us, North Oldham boys winners. That shot off the mark as Dunn misfired. Now Sipes having a career night, goes baseline, ventures it in. And a foul at this, and I believe whistled on Hankins.
Fouls on Hankins, her second. Team's fifth. Going to the line for 2 shots will be Jones.
You see Gracie Sipes with a clever move and basket baseline. Danielle Jones off the heel. Unofficially, we say that in quotes, got Sipes for 17.
Well, she's been hot. I can't remember.
Actually, 18.
I don't remember missing a shot.
She's made 4 threes, got her for 18 unofficially. As Boyd's going to tap it to Smith. And North leading by 4 touchdowns as Boyd up and in. Boyd's got 8. And there's 2 for Dunn. Good to see her get back in the scoring column. Dunn now with 6 of the Titans' 9. As the lead at 28. That's Grayson Lures that's short on that shot. And out of bounds, Collins. As Gary told you, North Oldham will host Oldham County Tuesday, right here on Glycott, 6 o'clock in the district tournament semifinal. As Jones heading back to the foul line.
Fouls on Liz Boyd, that's her first, team 6.
Jones, one of her first 2 from the stripe. Dunn with 6, Jones with 4. That's been it for the Titans. Barnett now back in. See Barnett taking the floor as Emma Kendall shuttles out. And Jones, 2 of her first 3 like meatloaf from the foul line. And that one's off and snared by Boyd and a McIntosh timeout. And we will keep things right here as North, check that, we'll step aside. In a 60-second timeout, North Oldham in control on Glycott.
Outdated electronics harm the environment when disposed with regular trash. That's why Oldham County Solid Waste is sponsoring an electronics collection event on Saturday, April 15th, 2023 from 9 a.m. to noon at Oldham County High School's student parking lot. It's the perfect time to properly dispose of tube and projection-style televisions, computers, smartphones, or other gadgets that you may no longer need. No restrictions on devices. Every bit helps. A message from Oldham County Solid Waste.
You're watching Roy's Body Shop 8th Region High School Basketball from Glycott.
Lots of basketball coming up next week. Back on the air for the 29th District Tournament. 2 games, semis on Tuesday, and then the championship on Friday. This tournament held right here at North Oldham High School. Best time of the year for a basketball fan, Coach.
If you like hoops, here's the place to be.
Lots of basketball over the next few weeks. As Vise trickles it in the corner to Sipes. Sipes with a seam. And you got to figure Boyd's going to get her points, but with Sipes and Vise, they've got a lot of offensive firepower and balance. Lures long with a 3. And Watts claims for Collins. Ball deflected by Vise right to Boyd. She's going to show you her versatility, or she tried as she brought it across.
I don't know if she purposely meant to go behind her back, but...
There's Lures, the 8th grader, flanking it to Moffitt. And the foul on Danielle Jones. Both teams now on the fringe of the bonus, 16 fouls. Vise at the foul line. Rifled right to Sipe. She's been the offensive story this half with 18. Slithering in the lane for 2 more. And Dunn taking it up top, and North Oldham foul. What can a game like this do for her confidence for Sipes?
Well, I think she's playing with a lot of confidence right now, but obviously, I don't know if she's a lack of confidence at all. Got to feel good about your shot.
Sure does.
The way she shot it.
Done with 7. And gets that one to stay home.
Dunn has got rotation out of this world on that ball. It hits the rim and goes around and back. And
Hankins back to Moffitt as Moffitt clearing it across the timeline. Nice catch by Vise. Lures.
Is persistent from that spot.
And the follow falls for Vise. Yeah, Lures 0 for her first 3 from about the same postage stamp area. This game on the verge of a running clock scenario. As Moffitt into forecourt with 1:30 in this half. Hankins. There's Vise. And a foul, I think Kamea Davis called for the foul.
Well, we have the third official who has appeared here within the last couple of minutes.
Oh, had 2 to start?
Had 2 to start, and one has just kind of slid in.
The traffic might be heavy coming down
maybe
Highway 42.
I know we were supposed to have some rain and wind. Who knows?
Under a minute left, or close to a minute in this first half. That's Davis, the freshman. Nice entry. And Barnett couldn't complete. That's Moffitt being badgered up top by Davis. And a great find by Jones on a live ball turnover. And Collins with a rare transition basket. Jones with 6. Moffitt, 27 seconds. Here's Hankins. Oh my, that one almost got stuck up there, and Hankins fouled, and she'll have 2.
Once again, Moffitt maybe a little out of her range. She just doesn't shoot the ball with confidence out there. And if you're going to shoot it with confidence, whether you think it's going or not.
And Hankins having a nice night offensively. She's got 5.
She's been very active, picked up a lot of loose balls off missed shots.
That one's off from Dunn as we couldn't switch in time. Off by Dunn, and now Davis will dribble off her foot, and back to North it goes, and that's going to wrap up the first half. North Oldham in full control over Collins, 42-14. We'll be right back on Glycon.
Only your locally owned Cub Cadet dealer has genuine parts, accessories, trained service technicians, and the widest selection of innovative Cub Cadet products. We're here for you whenever you need us, with expert service and support to keep your equipment running at peak performance for years to come. Visit your locally owned power equipment dealer, Anderson Sales and Service in Madison, Crestwood, and our newest location at 1675 Waterson Trail in Louisville.
If your car's been damaged, regardless of make or model, visit the experts at Roy's Body Shop. Roy's is locally owned and operated with free towing and lifetime warranty on all collision repairs. Plus, they provide deductible savings for every insurance claim. Open weekdays 9 to 5 at 2604 Highway 146 in LaGrange. Give them a call at 502-222-0948 or online at roysbodyshop.com. Roy's Body Shop. Collision repair for the people. Flycon on YouTube is Kentuckiana's fastest growing high school sports video site. When you click to subscribe, don't forget to tap the bell and be notified of our upcoming live broadcasts and other unique video content. Subscribe for free now at youtube.com/Glycod.
Founded in 1910 in the Ohio Valley region, German American Bank has been raising the standards in banking, insurance, investments, and wealth management for over a century. We're big enough to provide the conveniences of modern banking, yet small enough to care about the people and communities we serve. Because we believe that when a community thrives, its people prosper. Strengthening our community since 1910. German American Bank.
LaGrange Service Center is a professional automotive service center that aims to provide the highest level of customer satisfaction. Their team is dedicated to performing honest and ethical work. Their experienced technicians make affordably priced immediate and scheduled repairs. Plus, they offer 24-hour emergency roadside assistance and much more. Located at 409 West Jefferson Street or call 502-222-1673. LaGrange Service Center.
Tonight's halftime report is brought to you by LaGrange Service Center, a family-owned car repair shop that also offers 24/7 towing and roadside assistance. Located at 409 West Jefferson Street, celebrating their 58th year in business.
42-14 as we welcome you back. North Oldham having a fantastic shooting first half. They lead Collins. I'm Chris LaBar along with Gary Forrest, and Mustangs doing it from a variety of ways.
Very much so. It started out, Collins didn't help themselves by making 10 turnovers in the first quarter, and many of those led to run-out layups. But if that wasn't enough, it was the Gracie Sipes show. Running the sideline break, she spotted up on the corner, and 3 of her threes came out of the left-hand side early, and then just to prove she was not solely stuck on that one side, she hit a 3 here in the second quarter down the right-hand side. So leading the way, Sipes, and then inside, Liz Boyd doing a good job early, got them off to the lead. It's basically a team that's in learning process, this Titans bunch. And one of the things they're going to have to learn is turnovers are costly.
So Sipes unofficially with 21, having an issue with a replay, by the way, but Sipes with the 21, her season high is 27. Liz Boyd with 8, and just so dependable and consistent inside.
Yeah, very much so, and she's very calculated. She gets the ball, she turns, she looks, surveys the situation. If she's got an opportunity, she uses it. If she doesn't, she does a great job of getting the ball to the open player on her team.
Hankins with 5. That's one short of her season high on the season. Caitlin Vise with 4. Caroline Moffitt has 3. Catherine Smith with 2. But for North, tonight at Sipes, we had a game with North Oldham last month, and it was Caitlin Vise had 29 at South Oldham, and we've already talked about Boyd. So this is a solid offensive team.
Yeah, very much so, and Vise tonight has just been that other piece, and it's not that she isn't playing hard or anything. It's just that her teammates hot, and, give them credit. They've gotten the ball to the person who was shooting it well.
This North Oldham team, I think they're definitely heading in the right direction with Mac McIntosh in year 2. This program seems to be on solid footing. And for Collins, 14 points, Dunn 8, Jones 6. And, boy, they got a big hill to climb, I think.
They do. And, we're both sitting here watching this game, and you're trying to find positive things. But it's a stretch tonight, and you feel for Coach. He's earning his money tonight.
North Oldham boys, if you just joined us, victorious, nice win over Collins in the earlier ball game. That was a 51-39, and able to really grit it out late to get the win.
Really close game up until the start of the fourth quarter. And even midway through the fourth quarter, it was a 6-point game. But the way in which Collins felt like they had to play tonight, they're always very conservative. But without one of their 3 top players, arguably at this time, Coach said he was playing really, really well. It's tough. You didn't even have a practice to kind of re-phantom your stuff because he got hurt late in yesterday's practice.
So we talked about the boys, if you will, handicapped a little bit of the 8th region. Let's talk about the girls' 8th region tournament. It will be at Gallatin County up in Warsaw. And certainly Anderson County, until somebody beats them, they have to be the favorite. But you do get the sense that that gap is shortening.
Well, in the last 2 years, you had a probable missed basketball candidate for Anderson and a very good following group. And with that no longer there, she's taken her play to UK. A lot of people thought maybe this is the year you get Anderson, but we saw him play numerous times last year as well as in the state tournament. And they had a sophomore to be that was a really, really good player last year, and she's continued to. And that's Johnson, just a great three-point shooter. And so they've retooled around her, and they're still the favorite. But Spencer County from the same district, who a lot of people thought really lost a lot of their team from last year, they've come back this year and did a great job. I think the coach was named 8th Region Coach of the Year, and quite deservingly so. And then there's that dark horse, Owen County. Very well coached, always good. They're always the best of the smaller schools. And in the last couple of years, they've competed as well at the regional level, and I think I saw them play this summer twice. They're still a pretty good girls team.
Owen County losing in the 8th Region Championship last year to Anderson. They've got Haley Logan and Gracie Ferguson, so 2 Rebels on the all-8th Region team. And then we haven't talked about South Oldham, and they've been knocking on the door, and I think they've got a puncher's chance.
Well, over the last 4 or 5 years, South always seems to come up with good guards, and they're spaced just enough where they're always playing with one another. You know, they're led by Ella Morrison, but, you know, they've got a great freshman this year who played a lot as an 8th grader last year in Young. And I think both of them were players of the year for the all-8th Region team. And they're fun to watch. And it's good to have guards because they make all the other ones better.
The Dragons, a very consistent commodity. They've been the top team in this district for several years, and they appear to be, certainly they're the number 1 seed on the girls' side. And they, win or lose, will move on to the 8th Region tournament. Again, it will tip 2 weeks from last night at Gallatin County. Halftime here, North Oldham in full control. Second half, right after this on Glycod.
Founded in 1910 in the Ohio Valley region, German American Bank has been raising the standards in banking, insurance, investments, and wealth management for over a century. We're big enough to provide the conveniences of modern banking, yet small enough to care about the people and communities we serve. Because we believe that when a community thrives, its people prosper. Strengthening our community since 1910. German American Bank.
You're watching Roy's Body Shop 8th Region High School Basketball from Glycod.
North Oldham by 18 as we get set for the second half. Mustangs again 14-13. They'll wrap up the season later this week, and Collins also will wrap it up. They'll take on Cal on Friday.
Possession to North Oldham to start the third quarter.
So Mustang basketball right to left as Boyd arcs it to Sipes, and Sipes back where she started with a field goal.
Well, that was quick to start.
Sipes now 23 points, and oh my, another turnover. Well, Sipes going to have a career night if this continues. And Collins in big, big trouble. And another deflection and a turnover. Boyd. Mustangs with 6 points in the first 30 seconds of this half. Boyd now with 10. And North Oldham. I think a basket here might make us a running clock, Gary. 48-14 lead. That's where they want it. Sipes steers it a little bit long, and rebound by Jones, and a Boyd foul in pursuit. Now they'll whistle Moffitt, I beg your pardon.
1-2-2 press by North Oldham. Try to trap the ball as they come across half court. The whole idea is to get them to hurry up, and they've done that.
Possession underneath to Collins Titans. Dunn for a three. And Boyd with a rebound. And a turnover in transition through Sipes.
Only the fourth North Oldham turnover for tonight.
What does that tell you?
Well, shooting a lot of layups, and here comes another one.
Sipes off the mark, and Smith going to chase it down. And Boyd for two. Mustangs shooting a very high percentage tonight.
Turnover number 3 here to start the third quarter.
Smith to the left of Sipes, couldn't knock it in. Pinballed around, that's Vise, over to Boyd. And Collins, we're going to stop the bleeding with a timeout. 5:49 to play, we'll step aside. German American Bank.
Founded in 1910 in the Ohio Valley region, German American Bank has been raising the standards in banking, insurance, investments, and wealth management for over a century. We're big enough to provide the conveniences of modern banking, yet small enough to care about the people and communities we serve. Because we believe that when a community thrives, its people prosper. Strengthening our community since 1910. German American Bank.
You're watching Roy's Body Shop 8th Region High School Basketball from Glycod.
North Oldham in full control, and they have been from the outset. And Sipes for two more. .40 lead with 5:24 left. Barnett catches, and Boyd just takes it on that rebound. I think this has been a story of one team playing very well and the other certainly playing subpar, but North looks very crisp tonight.
It's hard to measure in a game of this type, Chris.
Sipes short. And Dunn weaving her way into forecourt. And a late whistle and a foul.
Well, I was afraid we were going to get into this.
I do have a running clock now as the lead has surpassed 36 points.
You know, that's something your scores table probably should figure out at halftime and understand the rules about how the clock has started and stopped. And a lot of times you don't see this very often, so they don't know when to start it, when to stop it.
Deflection, it's another layup attempt and an and one basket.
See, the The clock should continue to run right now until the shooter receives the ball.
Clock idle at 4:21. That's Catherine Smith's 4th point as a facilitator of this offense. And the Mustangs going to finish the regular season over 500. And the second team North Oldham foul.
Now they figured it out.
Yeah, the clock will run, and you're right, Gary, as the player now with possession as the clock stops.
Now, what could really make this game go fast if someone gets fouled and the ball continues to roll around the floor.
Goes in a back closet or something.
And nobody's in a hurry to get it. It just will keep running.
Vise claims the rebound as North Oldham well on their way tonight. As Moffitt weaving her way in. .330 in this third.
Well, you know, we're in a situation where you kind of wonder now.
There's Boyd from 8.
So if you're the team ahead, do you sub a lot of players in? Do you sub one at a time in? I mean, there's an art to it as well, and you don't get in this situation very often.
Dunn, entry to Barnett. Nice move by Barnett, trying to work against Boyd. Dunn, a step back 3. And Boyd, big rebound. She's a nice-looking player.
I think she does a really good job for them, and I thought it took them a while to realize what they had earlier in the year.
Smith bumped on the closeout, fell on Davis.
When we watched her, she did a really good job. See, once again, the rule of the clock time in and time out is being used differently.
58-15. And how about that? Smith connecting on all 3.
Yeah, hat trick.
And that's going to be an unforced turnover in backcourt. This is actually North Oldham's regular season finale. So they'll finish at 15. Not beg your pardon. They're going to play Thursday at Eastern. So they'll play one more, but win or lose Thursday, they're going to finish this campaign over 500 entering postseason. Entry to Boyd.
Nice drop step bucket by Boyd.
And she's going to challenge Luke Anderson for the highest field goal percentage of a North Oldham student. There's an entry to Barnett, and you could hear the clap here and foul against Vise.
Fouls on Vise. That's her first, team's 4th. At the line for 2 shots, Barnett.
That's the official's responsibility, though, is it not, to go over to the scores table?
One of the officials needs to let them know. I'm surprised they haven't. Maybe they're waiting till in between the quarters, but it's one of those scenarios. If that's the case, what other rules aren't you going to go by?
Well said. Barnett, nice form on both her free throws, is the lead at 45. And there's Dunn interjecting herself in the passing lane. And a North Oldham timeout. Mac McIntosh stopping play for 60. And we will take a quick break on Glycod.com.
Winter is coming. The Farmer's Almanac is predicting a rough winter with teeth-chattering cold. Don't be caught unprepared. Call Thompson Heating and Cooling today for a special $99 HVAC checkup. Because the last time you want to find out your heat isn't working is when you really need it. At Thompson, we offer a 2-hour appointment window, so you won't be kept waiting all day. We are fully stocked and prepared, and 90% of our calls are repaired that day. And as always, your satisfaction is guaranteed. Call us today for express service.
You're watching Roy's Body Shop 8th Region High School Basketball from Glycod.
Mustangs call timeout, up a bunch late in this third quarter. A couple of live ball turnovers, including a Lanaya Dunn layup for Collins. She's now in double figures with 10. And the Mustangs a little bit sloppy here in the last sequence or two. Mustangs find Moffitt, and here they go across the timeline. Starters on the floor for North late in this third, and also for Collins. Vise with the entry, now back to Boyd. Good ball movement. And a held ball.
Held ball, possession of Collins.
Be Collins' possession. Gary and I will have your most outstanding player at the conclusion of this game, presented by State Farm agent Leslie Gilley. Moffitt, long, Vise, fouled by the freshman Davis on the follow-up.
Going to the line for 2 shots. Caitlin Vise fouls on number 14. 15, excuse me. Maya Davis. That is her 4th foul.
So Vise will head back to the foul line. Not been her night from an offensive standpoint, but she is a proven commodity. 10 points, 9 rebound averages on the year.
Right, we saw her in the big game down at South Oldham when they went overtime, where she basically carried them for the last quarter and the overtime part of the game.
There's Sipes, a crafty move, but couldn't finish. Moffitt tries to clean it up. Boyd. Oh, my.
Boyd, a bank shot that hit the backboard, hit the front of the rim, back to the back of the backboard, and in.
And it had a little pep on that shot.
Bing, bing, bing.
Danielle Jones in the lane, and Collins was aware of time and situation. That'll wrap up the third quarter. North Oldham 8 minutes away on Glycod.
For your surprisingly great rates, contact your local State Farm agent today.
If you want the real deal, call State Farm agent Leslie Gilley in Crestwood today.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
A lot goes into taking care of your property. You need equipment with more durability, versatility, and #1 rated reliability built in. Like Kubota compact tractors that can do it all right. Z-Series mowers that deliver a quality cut. And the Sidekick utility vehicle built for hard work and fun at 40 miles per hour. Kubota equipment lives up to the highest standards. Yours. Visit your local dealer today.
You're watching Roy's Body Shop 8th Region High School Basketball from Glycod.
Eight minutes away is North Oldham in full control over Collins. Girl-boy doubleheader tonight in Goshen. North Oldham boys winning by double figures earlier. And the Mustang girls try to create a repeat or a sweep, if you will. Good ball pressure against Sipes. Baseline jumper, that was Avery Cameron that was short on that. And a foul on Danielle Jones. Both teams well shy of the bonus. As the clock will continue to run. Grayson Lures, 8th grader, played some in the first half. She'll pitch it into Cameron. Lures again. And there's going to be 2. And the answer attempt from Jones is off the mark as Cameron digs out the North Oldham rebound. Our camera acting a little frisky there as we cross fingers so we can make it to the wrap-up. Is that shot in again? That's Avery Cameron. Viderek with a 3. (69-22) lead with just over 6 to play. On the doorstep, that was Hankins, and possession underneath. North Oldham. Cameron on the drive. Got her own rebound. And a held ball. What do these coaches work on in a situation like this? Is there any small goal that they try to achieve?
Well, you get kids in that haven't played. You know, maybe you set a goal for them during a timeout. Hey, look, let's not let them outscore us, or let's get to 30, or whatever the case may be. Play with a purpose.
Lanaya Dunn still playing for Collins, and she'll craft in 2 more. Dunn with 12. And the lead at 42 with just over 4:50 left. Double team forces the miscue from Cameron. It was Desiree Chambers that took it away for Collins, and Jones up and in. Nice pass. That was done to Jones. And a North Oldham timeout. Take a timeout, try to continue to coach those young ladies up in a 40-point game with just over 4:33 to play. More high school basketball again next week on Glycod. We'll have the entire 29th district tournament Tuesday right here at North Oldham. Girls action North and Oldham, and then the boys nightcap Oldham versus South. How do you see that game being played?
North and South?
Oldham and South boys.
I think it's going to be a flip a coin, Chris. Oldham here as of late has kind of been up and down. I thought they had a good win the other night against J-Town, very athletic team. Got St. X tonight. And they're going to finish up at one of the top 10 teams in the state when they go up to Scott County and play the new school there, who's 6'10", 6'7", 6'5". And once again, Oldham won at Oldham in a close one, so now we're going to have them play on a neutral floor.
A very ambitious schedule by Coach Josh Leslie. Perhaps that's the difference against South Oldham. We shall see next week. Cameron with a crafty 2.
I know they were concerned. Their first 10 games, they only played 1 at home, so he'll get a chance next year to help write the schedule and get a little more balance to it.
Dunn near wing deflected by Cameron. And Dunn inside the lane. She's going to finish this night with a nice night offensively. Averages 19. She's got 14. That's Lures in a little bit of distress and throws it away. And Cameron weaving her way in.
Kendall with the score.
Excuse me, that's a Kendall. I beg your pardon. 3:30 remaining. Hankins up and in. That's a season high for Hankins. She's got 7. Swished in Viderek. 73-36. Kendall taps it in. I'm not sure Coach McIntosh can be pleased with his reserves play. That's going to fall off. Desiree Chambers digs it out for Collins. Still 2:40 to play. Partially blocked and belong to Collins underneath. North Oldham will send on Justice. Just notice there's a Lily Sipes, a freshman on this North Oldham team, not numbered. Perhaps the apple not fall far from the tree.
Well, if that's the case, she should have rubbed her sister on the head before she went in the game. Got a little of that touch that she had tonight.
Foul up top, the 5th team. Collins. Rather, 5th team North Oldham foul. So Collins will fall to 8 and 19. And North Oldham 15 and 13. Crosby, nice play on the floor to try to deflect that ball away. Got that left knee wrapped.
Crosby's dad, a former standout in the late 80s at Oldham County, played collegiately at Furman.
Current judge, if I'm not mistaken.
Judge Crosby, who's across the way running the clock.
We'll have to get on him after the game.
So if we have clock issues, I need to remind him to brush up.
Let's file a motion for a new clock operator with 1 minute left. Crosby, left wing 3.
That's one of those thankless jobs. I don't think you'd have a lot of takers.
75-40. Crosby off the glass. Rather, excuse me, that was Dunn misfiring off the glass. Crosby going to be long with that one. Well, she likes to mix it up there on that rebound.
Very much so.
Did Jerry play with the Griffins back in the late 80s?
He was with 2 of the Griffins, I think. Yes.
Before you got there, correct?
The year before I got there, that's right.
Foul on, who was it? Cameron. That may wrap things up.
Nope. Once again, they have not.
2 free throws.
They must have a nephew or a niece playing in this game.
Band is still here in full force behind us. Much of the crowd having left earlier in this first half. And the clock going to dribble out. Here's North Oldham. Going to win big. Nice catch by Jones, and that's going to wrap things up. North Oldham a big win tonight. These 2 class coaches will shake hands at half court. And North Oldham a winner tonight on Glycod. Gary and I have more after this.
Your surprisingly great rates? Contact your local State Farm agent today.
If you want the real deal, call State Farm agent Leslie Gilly in Crestwood today.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
lot goes into taking care of your property. You need equipment with more durability, versatility, and #1 rated reliability built in, like Kubota compact tractors that can do it all right, Z-Series mowers that deliver a quality cut, and the Sidekick utility vehicle built for hard work and fun at 40 miles per hour. Kubota equipment lives up to the highest standards. Yours. Visit your local dealer today.
You're watching Roy's Body Shop 8th Region High School Basketball from Glycod.
North Oldham a big winner on Glycod. Our post game right after this.
Winter is coming. The Farmer's Almanac is predicting a rough winter with teeth-chattering cold. Don't be caught unprepared. Call Thompson Heating and Cooling today for a special $99 HVAC checkup. Because the last time you want to find out your heat isn't working is when you really need it. At Thompson, we offer a 2-hour appointment window, so you won't be kept waiting all day. We are fully stocked and prepared, and 90% of our calls are repaired that day. And as always, your satisfaction is guaranteed. Call us today for express service.
Broken, outdated electronics harm the environment when disposed with regular trash. That's why Oldham County Solid Waste is sponsoring an electronics collection event on Saturday, April 15th, 2023 from 9 a.m. to noon at Oldham County High School student parking lot. It's the perfect time to properly dispose of tube and projection style televisions, computers, smartphones, or other gadgets that you may no longer need. No restrictions on devices, every bit helps. A message from Oldham County Solid Waste.
Looking for sound, prudent financial advice? Did you know that one of the brightest and best financial advisors is in your own backyard? Robin Lawson of Financial Solutions Incorporated has a mission to understand your long-term goals and to create a specific strategy just for you. Robin understands the challenges that face most of us today and offers fresh, out-of-the-box thinking that could put you on the road to financial freedom. Contact Robin Lawson today at 502-225-9900. That's 502-225-9900 or visit lawsonfinancial.net.
Welcome to WDRB Home Design here at Watts Home Center. We're talking paint colors today. Tommy, what are the hottest colors this season?
The hottest colors are gray. Grays are trending. You also have taupes, off-white. Benjamin Moore has over 4,000 colors, so we can find something that you like.
So if I wanted to color match my shirt, you could do it?
I can do it. We take our little color spectrometer here. It will take a picture of your shirt, tells us what color it is. We have true color lighting, so it helps us get the true color to match your color.
Do you have any tips for us to ensure a successful paint job?
The best tip I can give you is use the proper tools. You want to use a good paintbrush, you want to use a good roller. People always grab a roller frame, they just want to roll a wall, grab a pole, whether it be an expensive good one, an inexpensive wooden one. It makes the job go so much easier when you're rolling that wall out.
The team at Watts Home Center can answer all your painting questions, so come on out to their location here in LaGrange. I'm Lindsay Cox for WDRB Home Design.
Tonight's post-game recap is brought to you by Watts Home Center. Whether it's building, restoring, or improving your home, visit the experts at Watts, 2350 Commerce Parkway in LaGrange. Watts Home Center, design that feels like home.
The Mustangs march on with a huge win over Collins, 75-41. And Gary, this one out of hand from the get-go.
Just an overmatched game, Chris. Collins, it's all like starting anew. 5th coach in 5 years, new kids, and it's about learning the system and stuff, and it's about having patience.
Gracie Sipes, outstanding tonight for North Oldham unofficially, 26 points. She is our State Farm Agent Most Outstanding Player, presented by Leslie Gilly. And for Collins Dunn, unofficially finishing 14 points. And Sipes, goodness gracious, red hot in the first half.
Well, it was bad enough that Collins was having a bad night as it was, and then Sipes compounded the matter when everything she threw up went in.
Our Most Outstanding Players, again, thank you to Leslie Gilly, of State Farm. One more reminder, Tournament Central begins on Glycod next week. Tons of basketball, 40-plus games. District Regional State Tournament, District Regional State, all the great stuff on Glycod. You can check out our site for more information, Tournament Central. Thanks to Dan Butler, North Oldham High School Athletic Director, for his having us here tonight. Our executive producer has been Steve Bird. For Gary Forrest, my name is Chris Labar. Good night from North Oldham High School in Goshen. We'll see you Tuesday night right here for District Tournament Basketball on Glycod. Good night.
From Glycod, this has been Roy's Body Shop 8th Region High School Basketball. Roy's Body Shop in LaGrange. Collision repair for the people. Tonight's game was also brought to you by Anderson Sales and Service in Crestwood, making your life easier with quality products and quality service. Watts Home Center, design that feels like home. Thompson Heating and Cooling, making people comfortable. LaGrange Service Center, quality car care since 1964. State Farm Insurance Agent Leslie Gilly, and by Mortensen Family Dental.
For schedule information about our upcoming broadcast, visit our website, glicod.com, Facebook and Twitter @Glycod. We thank you for tuning into this live sports presentation from Glycod.